That was the first thing that was going to be heard on Twitch, just so you know that, Lynn.
What?
Your tiny little gremlin,
Eh.
That's the first thing Twitch heard. So...
Great, I'll accept it. Eh.
Hi guys, it's Saturday. Actually, it's... What are we calling it now?
FRATURDAY.
It is FRATURDAY. Hello. Hi everybody. Thanks for joining us. It's Demiplanes and Doodles time. And, you know, it's a fun little art stream that I, a Vic, and also a Lynn, we like to host on Saturday nights. Some Saturday nights. There, yeah, Lynn's there.
Also, it's going to be one of these nights. Hold, please, while I make the sound effect.
Oh, no.
Shit, hold on. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You just... Lynn.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go. That should help. So I was like, oh, no. My thing's going off the chart. I need to calm down. My audio.
Good.
Oh, goodness.
Some prime ASMR for you there.
Thank you for that. Jesus is asking on chat, how much have you had to drink already? Lynn?
I played to the 5th.
Fair.
Look
5.
Look who's talking!
So 5.
Look who's talking!
I had 2 shots.
You?
Thank you.
I've had 1.
So that's the kind of Saturday we're bringing to you all. As
Saturday.
our viewership just plummets. Anyway. Thanks for staying, guys. So let's get on to the meat of this. Hi. So it's Demiplanes and Doodles. It's Friday Night Fever. Lynn and I had decided to dub it that because in honor of Alistair's patron god Frat. So Saturdays are now Fraturdays.
So it has been said.
So it has been said. Welcome to FRATURDAY. It is self-care FRATURDAY. And we're gonna draw some art and talk about some stuff. But first, we should do our normal thing as I read chat real quick. And Jeremiah is asking how big the shot glass is. It's a glass.
It's
a highball.
It's a normal glass, but it looks small in your huge barbarian hands.
Exactly. It looks like a shot glass in my giant barbarian hands. And we have redeemed the concern.
The concern.
So anybody who's joining us and that's new to this, on the Divide and Conquer Twitch, we have some fun little features you can do where you earn channel points, and if you earn enough points, you can redeem those points through fun little interactions like that, and they're all pertaining to our tabletop games that we play during the week. We have one for Horde of the Dragon Queen, which is Fifi's Just Say When. You have the standard. You can highlight your message if you want us to, read it out for you. We have Griswold. I've got an idea, but it's really bad. We have Ariel's Concern from Sacred World. We have the standard vibe check. So you can vibe check us for about 100 points. You can unlock some random emotes. You can send a message in sub-only mode.
Can I have a request?
What's your
to
request?
Make a bro one?
A bro one?
Yeah.
Jesus, take notes.
Also, I have so many channel points. Like,
Right.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, I have a lot of channel points, but like one of my favorite ones that we actually use in our D&D games is it's one of the highest ones. I think it's for if you redeem 3,000 points, you get to give one character advantage in the game. So use that.
How many points do you have?
I have so many, but I'm not allowed to use them. If you're in the game that's currently streaming, you cannot use it on anybody in your game. You can use it. You can't use it on yourself. You can't use it on anyone in your game. But if you're in the Friday game and you're watching Wednesday's game, you can use those points to give advantage. If you're in the Wednesday or Friday game and you're watching Monday's game, you can also use those to give advantage.
What's the limit
I think it's like
to
one.
how many advantages I can get?
I think it's you can only give
say.
one per character or one per game. I don't know. Jesus never gave us that. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of fun stuff. So we have been given some vibe checks. We have been given I've been given advantage on some con saves for the alcohol. Okay, limit is a max of 6. So 1 per player. So you can give advantage to 1 player each.
Good to know.
So it's good, very good to know. So if you watch our streams during the week, you can give advantage to us as we suffer through some hard times on our campaigns. Like last night, we just encountered the Death Tyrant.
Yeah.
And we're going to fight him next time. So,
Good stuff.
moving on from that. Let's talk. So, speaking of tabletop and things, we've got our bros at Talon and Claw that you can always go check out. Their link is down below on our Twitch stream if you want to scroll down below, or if you're on YouTube later in the future, you can scroll down on our description and we have all the wonderful links that you can check out. There's the link to the Talon and Claw Etsy shop. They make wooden dice. They make dice vaults, dice trays. They do coasters. They're going to do some really awesome custom logos soon that somebody made for them. I really like the Artificer one. It looks fantastic. They do dice towers, DM screens, a whole bunch of awesome stuff. You should go check them out. And if you do, and you want to buy something from them, we have a coupon code, Divine Conquer, that you can use at checkout, and it gives you 10% off on your purchase. So that's awesome, and you should go do that. It's fantastic. And so far, for everybody else but me, the dice have been rolling really well for them.
Yeah, my die, I can't say what it's called, but my die is really good.
Yeah, you can't remember the name of your die, but it's a really nice one. But, yeah, you've never rolled below a 15 on that, and it scares me.
No. Last night, I think, if I remember.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I haven't rolled below a 10 on it.
Okay, you haven't rolled below a 10. However, I, as a barbarian, have advantage on initiative rolls, and I need you to know, I rolled 2 4s yesterday.
That's rough, buddy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that sucked. But it is what it is. So go check out Talon and Claw. Support some small businesses, support artists and etc. And speaking of art and stuff, we released something on Patreon yesterday for our patron supporters.
We did!
If you're a patron supporter, you know what that thing is. And it's Chapter 2 of the Alistair comic, which is, it is officially live. We are enjoying this wonderful comic as we are bringing it to you, and we're glad that it's being received so well. So we just released Chapter 2 for our patrons. So anyone, if any tier in our Patreon, you receive Chapter 2, and there was a wonderful Good Boy cameo in it that I'm very happy about. I mean, he's such a good boy. I mean, Alistair's a good boy, but there was also another good boy in that comic.
Yes.
Which once we go live on once we go public on Monday, I will post a comparison for you all to look at, so you can see the goodest of boys, or one of the goodest of boys, because there are many good boys in this world.
All of them are good.
All of them are good. So yeah, if you want to become a patron so you can get the comic chapters literally 3 days before everyone else, you can subscribe for as little as $1 a month. And extras, and fun extras. You get works in progresses, you get sneak peeks. We're planning on releasing previews of like one panel in an upcoming chapter for specific patron tiers. We have character profiles. We have a Discord you can always join and hang out at.
The Zesty tier.
We have the Zesty tier. So if you want some zesty art from us monthly, that is not deemed safe for work, or too zesty for work, as we say, you could subscribe to our Patreon and get all of these wonderful benefits while reading a really cool comic way ahead of everyone else. Even if you don't
because you're special,
and even if you don't want to be a patron, because sometimes money's tight, I get it. That's fine. We release the comic Mondays. So if you're a patron supporter, you get it Friday nights, or actually Friday at tea time, as we've designated.
Mm-hmm. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard for me.
4 p.m. Eastern Standard, that is tea time. So you get that Fridays at tea time, and then everybody else out in the public world, you will get it Mondays. So either way, Alistair will find his way to you.
Yes.
So
anyway.
We have things to say. We have things to say, sir. Somebody's really.
You ready to get into tonight?
I'm ready to get into tonight. Let me hop us over while Champ decides to do a heckin' some Borkin. Oh my goodness. He has some announcements of his own, apparently. as I try to scratch his butt to appease him. Let me... Boop! So this is the kind of night we're having, guys.
Understandable.
Understandable. It's been a long week, but we're going to talk about something fun. I feel is fun. What are we talking about, Lynn?
You're like, oh, I love talking about this. It's super fun. What are we talking about? We're talking about
What are we talking about?
we're talking specifically about OCs, and where they come from, our very first ones, and how it's being perceived, I guess, in like the online world.
Yes.
Because it used to not be a thing, but everyone apparently had an OC back in the day, except me.
Vic and I discussed this earlier. Ours were self-inserts, so... Hey,
Would
guys,
you consider that an OC? We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Why, Lynn?
Why, Lynn?
Why?
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 We will dissect that.
The way I look at it, if I had one, I've suppressed it.
It's fair. Alright, I'm gonna
That's a mood.
save that real quick.
For a lot of things.
For so many things. I've suppressed many things in my life. Oh, that should not be there. As I save this real quick.
I'm gonna save it too. There.
Alright,
Cool.
let me... Oh. No, that... Oh. Draw pile wants
What
to
are
be
you
fun
doing?
tonight.
Draw pile.
What did you do?
Don't be a dick.
I was trying to select. Boop. Alright.
Oh, gotcha.
So, OCs. Or as the non-compressed version, original characters.
Yes.
So, what would you consider an OC?
Would you say OC stands for original characters or original content?
I would say
Original
both.
characters.
I've heard-
Yeah, both.
I've heard both.
I would say both for sure. I've used both. Like, I flip flop between the two. I'm flexible.
And are you familiar with FC as well?
Oh, fan character,
Yeah.
fan character, fan
Because
content. Yeah.
because there's apparently a difference, but people have just over time they're just OC.
Oh, I've always just used OC as the umbrella term, whereas it's if it's an original character, it's an original character to you that you made that is your own. I would consider that an OC.
Yeah.
Same with a fan character. A fan character is essentially a character that you've made specifically for a piece of media that already is
fandom.
out there. Yeah, for a fandom that's out in the world. But it's still technically your OC, that is your original character that you made. You just made it within the constraints of an already pre-established world.
Yes.
Like, for instance, everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, most people that are not Lynn have at one point or another made a Naruto OC, or they've made or they've made
Call me out.
I'm gonna call you out. I've seen so many Sailor Moon OCs. Those have been popular. Or
Sona.
Personas.
Yep.
So many personas. I feel like there was like a threshold that you reached as your time as an artist, that you just kind of found your way into a persona one way or another.
Yeah. Understandable.
But yeah.
But would you say there's a difference between the three? A big difference between the three, or is it all pretty much the same thing?
I would say
except one's
for
Anthro.
For sure, OC is definitely is an umbrella term, and everything falls under it. Basically, that's my perception of it. It is your original content that you were making, whether it be for an established fandom, or if you're making it, if you're making essentially your own persona or anthro character. It's still technically your content that you're creating. Therefore, it is your original idea. So, I'm gonna just try to subtly open this bottle without making noise.
Oh, I've already broken the sound barrier, so you can't top that.
Fair. Very fair. But yes, essentially, Yeah, OC being the umbrella term. So I think we should start with, at least I should start. Oh, what are you drawing over there?
I'm drawing my first rendition of my boy.
Oh, first rendition. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
You've seen him before.
I know. I have. I've seen him. I have seen him before. Yes. So
you've seen him many different ways.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I think we should start the night with, I guess, going through our first OCs of ones that we.
Yep.
The first ones that
look at all the people.
Look at all
yes.
the people. Righteous. Oh my god.
Yeah. I love it. It's perfect.
All right. Let me just run through here. Chat real quick. Yes, I am. What's the word? Oh god, I forgot the word for it.
What?
Oh my god, the writer is forgetting words.
I always forget words.
Word?
I feel validated. Validated at Little Green Agamede saying that they had in Naruto and Sailor Moon OC. Thank you.
Thank you, Boisterous Bard, for mentioning Inuyasha. Guilty.
Hey Tyler, you want to talk about your Inuyasha OC?
That was years ago. All I know is that I think they were like a half cat demon. So
that's so cute though.
That was all.
We should draw them.
I don't even remember what the hell I had them look like.
That's fair. Okay. I'm gonna
That's the thing, it was so long ago.
I think it's safe to say a lot of these are going to be a long time ago.
Man, I'm trying to think if I should draw my first OC in the first rendition that I ever drew him as, or if I should draw him as he is presently. Okay, I'll draw him in the first.
Do it as the first rendition, because that's what I'm doing.
Oh god, Lord. Okay, I gotta actually translate this into my style, because the first time I drew him was in the 7th grade.
Yep.
Now, I remember. I know I had an OC. Oh god, I remember it now.
Actually, I'm gonna redo this.
For those that know me, they may know what what it was from.
This is gonna be some cursed content.
So, what age do you think your first OC came from? How old were you?
12.
You were 12?
I was 12. I was in the 7th grade when I made him.
Obligatory Harry Potter OC.
Obligatory Harry Potter OC, never had one.
Never had one either. I just know I myself would have been in Slytherin. That's about it.
Oh, for sure, I'm a Slytherin.
I'm a Puff.
It's that moment. Oh, Lynn.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
It's that moment where I remember I remember that whole conversation where what is it? Gen Z makes fun of millennials because we know we immediately off the bat know our Hogwarts house before anything else. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? That's fucking accurate. That's so fucking accurate. You're allowed to roast me for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out. You're absolutely correct. You go, you funky little youth. But yeah, so my first OC, as we jump into some deep Vic lore, came around in the 7th grade. And the reason why is hilarious, because essentially my first OC happened around middle school because everything else that I was doing at the time was just me self-inserting myself into, like, comics and fan fictions. I didn't have an original character because I wanted to be the original character. It had to be me. I needed to be the center of attention. I needed validation.
You needed to be the center of attention, but you never wanted center of attention?
Yeah, basically. That's an hour-long therapy session that I can pay you for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, this feels so weird to draw. This feels really weird.
I know, I feel bad.
It just feels like I'm betraying him.
Who are you drawing?
You'll find out. Don't blurt it out, but you'll find out.
I may or may not know.
You may already know. I'm about to get into the story of that. But I made them in the 7th grade because I was initially my first content that I was making as an artist was I was drawing magical girl comics. That was like the first thing I did as an artist, is because I had nothing else to do with my life as a child. And so I decided to forego learning anything in school and would just sit there and draw all day. And I would draw myself as as like a magical hero, like the anime Maho Shoujo style. I would draw like myself as like as basically a magical protagonist. I would I had like a whole team, like Sailor Moon or like Tokyo Mew Mew, that kind of style, like Cardcaptor Sakura. Like a lot of my inspiration came from those. I didn't watch Inuyasha until like a little later because I was not allowed to watch TV late at night, and I didn't discover it until I had to get up until like at 5 a.m. in the morning to like do something like basketball practice, and I turned on the TV and Inuyasha was on, and I was like, "What is this?
Who's
is this?
Shomaru. Hello.
Bitch, same.
This is so weird."
And then I look back on it and I'm like, fucking
my life changed forever. Men. The moment I discovered Inuyasha, my life changed forever. Because then I discovered Rimiko Takahashi as an artist, and then I discovered Ranma 1/2, and you can all guess where that went from there.
I did Naruto
I can't imagine.
All day in high school. Middle school was Bionicle. That's what little green
Bionicle. Man, I've never had a Bionicle OC, but I love to take the parts and like mishmash them into my own thing. I like to build monsters with the Bionicles. I would just like kind of combine them until they made some giant Bionicle monstrosity.
You know, if I think about it, I think the only way I made,
that makes
like,
a lot of sense.
OCs was taking my cousin's old Barbie dolls and like cutting their hair to look.
You would? Oh my god, that's funny.
Instead of like my cousins were like all big on like, oh no, have them like play in the houses and stuff like that. Fuck you, they're gonna be a warrior. And that's what I did.
That is so precious, and I love it. My experience with Barbies, because Barbies were a thing that were forced upon me as a child. I never asked for them. They just were brought to me.
My first OC was a Gundam pilot from the Gundam movie series.
I respect the hell out of that.
Jeremiah, yes.
Jeremiah, I love your OC, thank you. No, so, yeah, my first experience with Barbie dolls was I would take them, and we had this giant dollhouse. My sister was spoiled, and she had this giant dollhouse that took up, like, a third of her room. I kid you not. I can find pictures of it. I can. It took up a third of the bed. You remember seeing it? It was like that giant 3-story thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 stories tall, by the way. And we would take the Barbie dolls and we would come up with these very harrowing scenarios. Like one of them, it was they were stranded in this house and everything was a post-apocalyptic world, and so they had to struggle to survive through it, but they couldn't leave the house. And it turned into a very Lord of the Flies-esque kind of scenario, and it was very dark. Ken didn't survive, I'll just let you know that. He unfortunately didn't make it.
So, I never had OCs growing up.
You want to talk about that? We can talk about it.
What do you want to know?
I mean, we can always... Well, why do you think that is?
I was never in... Like, I feel like the people who had OCs growing up all were really into anime, and I never watched anime growing up.
That's accurate, because I was really into anime and I had OCs, so I am definitely of that statistic.
Like, and... I don't know, like, I mentioned this to you before, but, like, through end of middle school, all through high school, I was all about, doing realism stuff, so I never had that phase where I just sat around and drew anime characters or like anything that's anime inspired.
Yeah.
I didn't have that phase, so I didn't make my own characters because I was too busy trying to draw people as realistic as possible, and usually my friends' faces and stuff.
I mean, fair.
Or people I found online. So I think I just completely missed the boat on that.
That's fair. Yeah, I feel like at least from my experience, from what I've noticed, from my own experience with creating OCs and with I guess hanging around with people on like particular forums, usually people would make OCs to technically ship themselves with already established characters. Like that's a trend that I have noticed that people would do.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Like, do you think that's how it started?
I feel like yes. That's, in my honest opinion, yes. I could be completely wrong, but in my honest opinion, with my own and Tabitha's experience, we're fucking guilty as charged, so yes.
I think it was funny how we literally did our self-inserts to...
We made self-inserts for
fictional characters.
Yeah.
And,
now we're dating.
Lo and behold...
Weird.
We ended up figuring out it wasn't. It was us all along.
Hey, wow, we were totally into each other this whole time, and we just kind of skirted around it by just making up scenarios with fictional characters. What a concept!
That's hilarious.
I think that's funny that our relationship essentially ended up being built upon by us writing stories together because we liked watching two characters kiss, like, with their faces.
Willow Green. My BFF and I had a ton of Pokemon figurines in elementary school, and we had like Game of Thrones-esque political intrigues.
That I want a Game of Thrones style Pokemon show now, but with no humans, just the Pokemon.
Oh, Entourage. Sorry, that's interesting.
Like, give me a Game of Thrones inspired Pokemon show, and just no humans, but it's all Pokemon, and the Pokemon
Jeremiah,
are the
that's freaking awesome. Oh, another one I was big into OCY was Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes!
It was like in the future
Fuck yes!
I became an apprentice of Kazuma.
My dude! Oh my god! You and I have just become even more best friends! That's fucking beautiful! Oh god. Sorry, Yu Yu Hakusho is like my favorite anime. And it's funny because I have never made an OC for that, but I think that's because I felt like I couldn't insert myself into that world because everybody was like already so close knit and amazing. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Can't ruin it.
I can't ruin it. But 10 out of 10 I would now make a Yu Yu Hakusho OC just so that I could talk shit to Yusuke and then get my ass kicked.
I think the last OC I ever made. That's it. My recent one I ever made was my My Hero Academia one.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I love Stevie though.
Stevie. Oh,
Stevie's
God.
great. We should draw her.
Oh God.
I want to draw Stevie.
Okay.
See, I don't watch anime, so like none of this is relevant.
I know you had started watching.
Glenn, you got to finish it.
My Hero Academia.
But like for real. I think, well, I was really proud when you came to me and you're like, hey, I made a My Hero character just to do it. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Because, I mean, you actually came up with, like, a really cool concept, I feel.
Who?
You. You did.
Like, oh, me?
Yes, you.
I did.
You did.
I could actually... See, okay, that's where I think there's a weird disconnect with me, because I don't think it's an OC, because I have zero connection to it. It's just some guy I made, but I've never played him. I'm not getting into his head. I'm not doing like all of this stuff. It's just fair. I just did a thing because when someone says it's their OC, I feel like there's like, I don't know, like a relationship there.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a
they
fair
share. And because like I've made characters for like video games and stuff where it's like, hey, I'm gonna make my own character, but I don't do anything with it. Like, it's just like an art project to me. It's not anything... Because, like, I feel like when people talk about OCs, they're like, oh, like, he's done this, or she's this, and does all these stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I just made this guy because he looked neat, and I'm never going to look at him ever again.
Oh my god. I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's still your original content that you're making, so it kind of falls, again, umbrella term. So it kind of falls in that realm. It's just that you don't have that emotional connection to it. Because it's just something that you wanted to kind of do a one-off of.
Yeah, like I didn't even give him a personality. It was just kind of like, hey, this is the guy I made. If I could make a character, here he is. It's done. I'm gonna never look at it again.
Okay, if we want to get a little deeper into that, speaking of video games, how would you classify your warden that you made to romance Alistair?
I don't even remember what they look like.
But were they essentially like a self-insert, or were they a
No.
No?
I don't insert myself into things.
That's fair. I totally did, by the way. I inserted myself and I married Alistair. Thank you very much.
Like when I play games like Skyrim or Fable or like Dragon Age or whatever, I never self-insert. I always make someone who's way cool.
So technically, in that moment, you technically are making a fan character that is interacting within that world.
I guess, but again, like, I don't have any emotional connection to it. It's just, hey, this guy looks really cool. Like, it's not very deep.
Yeah, fair. I mean, fair. That's understandable. But I totally self-inserted myself to romance Alistair, thank you. It was worth it.
I understand that.
It's fucking worth
Were
it.
you the type of kid to have a imaginary friend?
Imaginary friend? No.
I was not.
I did not have an imaginary friend. Never.
I never
I'll sit
was
over
the
here
kind.
quietly.
Did you have an imaginary friend, Tabitha?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's cute. I don't think I was capable of it. I think I just couldn't grasp the concept of having an imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Like, I pretended to have an imaginary friend just because I felt like that was expected of me to do. Which, maybe that's what everybody else was doing, I feel.
I attempted, but I'm just like, this is stupid.
I know, I attempted,
Like,
I was like,
stopped.
I'm gonna pretend I have an imaginary friend just to make everyone feel better. And then I remember, like, my parents, like, being like, oh, you used to have an imaginary friend. I'm like, y'all know I was faking it, right? I was just trying to make you feel like you were witnessing something magical in my childhood. I was amusing
Like,
you. I was playing you like a puppet on a string.
'Twas all a ruse.
'Twas all a ruse.
But yeah, I've never had an emotional connection with any
No.
video
I
game
realized
character,
I didn't,
any character.
I realized I
don't
didn't
know.
start having more emotional connections until I was older. I think I didn't know the language. I didn't quite understand. I feel like Jesus would be fantastic in this talk due to being a philosophy major. So he would have all the amazing talks about it. Wow, our chat is really hopping tonight. All I see is people talking about Avatar OCs, and I need you all to know I am a waterbender. Thank you.
What would I be?
Airbender bitches.
Tab's an airbender.
I just go by my for me, I go by my astrological.
Yeah, that's fair. So Lynn, you'd be a waterbender, just so you know.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
you'd be.
believe that.
You would totally be a waterbender.
Water's my jam.
You know, the more I think about it, even though like my elemental sign's air,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be more of an earthbender if anything.
Rigid and unmoving, stubborn as all get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Shut up.
I would also argue maybe you're just the Avatar. Maybe you're just the Avatar because you have.
Mary still.
Oh, we don't want to talk about Mary Sue's. Get out of here.
Okay, so who's your guy that you made, Vic?
Self-insert yourselves on an OC and B stars. That's what Jeremiah said.
I still have a thing I need to draw because everybody associates me with Legoshi for some reason, and I don't know why.
Also, I remember
Tall,
talking to Tabitha about
nervous.
an OC for Bleach. I was a dual-wielding Shinigami.
Oh, Jeremiah! That's cute.
I didn't have a Bleach OC.
Hey, okay, you
I
guys.
did have a self-insert.
I also had a self-insert, but hey guys, you want to know something funny? Here's some really fun facts about me. So anytime I would have a self-insert character, it would just be me, and usually if that character had a superpower, I was always a shapeshifter. That was like my go-to thing because I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I want to be a cat because fuck you. Or I'm a.
And then I remember us doing so many reiterations of our fanfic, and
Yeah.
then it went from just cutesy shape-shifting to John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah, that was me. I was.
And I was like, I'm for this body horror.
I immediately went from haha, it's cute to be a cat sometimes to I am a fucking monstrosity that turns into an eldritch horror when angered.
And it was fucking baller.
And sometimes I eat people. That was weird.
I'll never forget the fucking joke. Wow, you're right. Pork does taste like people.
That was a really funny joke to make. I will not lie.
Thank you, Bullritos.
Well, I think it was because it was like a psychology. It was like a whole psychology lecture.
Oh yeah,
thing.
the psychology lecture that there was one place that
It was a
actually
college-
lets you try human flesh, and so many people who actually went through and did it were like, yeah, it tastes like pork.
This conversation took a fucking turn.
So we're talking about OCs, guys.
Yeah. So anyway, so my guy.
Those that jumped in.
So this, as I'm going to use blue.
Tell me about this boy, Vic.
Yeah, I'll tell you about this boy.
I don't have any OC, so I just do my first rendition of Great.
Well, technically, Grayson's considered your OC.
Yeah.
He is now, but
He is.
like we'll get into that and how I feel about
yeah.
Grayson and Addie and Alistair later.
Well, I mean, I feel because technically D&D characters also fall under OC territory because they're your own original character that you're making.
They are. But, again, like what I said with how people treat OCs and how, like, it's an Grayson is an extension of myself, so is Alistair, so is Addie. Like, different parts of me. But I am a realist when it comes to this stuff, and I'm like, if Grayson dies, if any of my characters die, I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. Because
like,
I mean,
my world will not crumble because they're not real.
yeah, I mean, I can sit on both sides of that argument. Whereas, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, it's your character. It's somebody you put emotion and time and effort into, that you really invested into, and you want to see where their story goes for essentially this D&D campaign. You want to see where their story goes. You want to see the potential of new interactions, of new things for them to overcome, and it's just sad when that's taken away from you. But then at the same time, I can sit on the other side of the argument and say, they're a fictional character. You can do whatever you want with them. It doesn't have to be permanent. Nothing's set in stone. You can write a new story for them. You can put them somewhere else. You can play them in a new D&D game, like somewhere, like in another 5 campaigns. Like, you can do whatever you want with them, and that's cool. I mean,
Grayson's been in like 3.
Yeah, so it's like you can. I'm for and against the argument at the same time. It's like, they're a fictional character. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's not real. It's all right. But I understand the emotional investment. No, that's cursed. Get that out of here. Oh my god, no.
What's that?
Tabitha has been doing her own art project off to the side the entire time we're having this stream. And I need you to know that she drew Cole with facial hair at the age of 16.
36.
He's 36. She drew an older Cole, and he's like got facial hair, and that's cursed image. Get that away from me. No, that's not Cole. Leave right now. Cole is 12 years old permanently.
He's not gonna stay. He's not gonna stay 26 for forever.
12. He's 12.
The testosterone will kick in eventually.
No, it won't. Oh, okay.
I love how even Lil Green was like, no.
Not allowed. Anyway, can I roast Cole real quick? Am I allowed?
Sure.
Yes, go on ahead. I'm like, sure.
I feel like that's an Addie response.
Sure, roast him. I don't care.
Somebody's just like, can I insult Cole real quick? And Addie just goes, sure. Like, just with all the agency in the world.
He crawls up to the mic and goes, yes.
Do it. Please do it. He needs it.
God.
I just want to say that in this picture of Cole that you have drawn with facial hair, the amount of facial hair that he has is about the same amount of facial hair that West had at the age of 15.
I'm surprised you're not pissed about the fact that I cut his hair.
I don't care about that.
Whereas when I mentioned this to everybody else on the Alistair Discord, they're like, no, you can't cut his hair.
Hey guys, I have a fucking opinion about that, and I'm sorry if I come off a little rude. It's just hair. It's okay, you can cut it. It grows back. This is coming from somebody who has learned to cut their very long hair and had to deal with people making a big stink about it. It's okay. It'll grow back. Also, he's fictional. Sorry for sounding... I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry I sounded rude. If I sounded rude, I apologize. That was not my intent.
No,
I just want to say...
never.
Grayson...
What happened?
Grayson is beautiful. I was going to say something about his hair, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to finish that sentence.
You don't see me cutting my hair.
Then don't cut your hair, Jesus. You have, you can do whatever you want with your hair. It's beautiful. Grayson is babyface. Thank you. Anyway, so I'm gonna finally tell you who this character is after that very long stint.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We got completely distracted, and I love it. Look at my baby boy. That was my very first rendition that I ever drew of my character, Rikuto.
BB.
He was a very Bishonen, sorry if I butchered that word. He was very, a very anime pretty boy, I should say. Because I initially created him when I was drawing fan comics of myself, because I wanted him to be my boyfriend. So I made my own boyfriend. Because if you can't get one in real life, just fucking make one. That's how that works, right?
Fair.
And then I just, and then I got over it. And then I just took him and I made him into my own original character that I use for an actual story that I'm writing. And I should do a side-by-side comparison, actually. So let me...
I love the drawing of pulling at you at the
Hold on.
God.
There.
Aw.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. Alright, so I'm gonna
Yes.
take this boy. I'm gonna shrink him down.
I'm gonna save this real quick so you can actually cut and paste him.
Oh,
if you
okay.
want.
Really?
Go for it.
Hold on. Eh.
Really, Cat?
Oh my god.
He has to wedge himself,
Okay.
like, right
Hold on.
there.
So if you guys are on the Alistair Discord, which if you aren't, you can join for as little as $1 a month, but you don't have to. But anyway, shameless plug. If you want to see what's going on behind the scenes, I'm gonna post it in the Discord if everybody wants to look. I'm throwing
Look
it
at this
in the
little
Demiplanes
bastard.
channel.
There. I cleaned the thing for you.
You cleaned it. Oh, thank you.
Pencil.
Oh, okay, Stitch. I appreciate your weird noises you make, just so you know.
Thank you for appreciating my
I
weird-ass noises.
appreciate your weird noises. Sometimes I'll like walk in a room and you'll be like, "Nyeh," and I'm like, what? is startled. Oh crap! I realized I can't. Okay, well I'll just draw on the other side of the canvas. It's fine.
Wait, where did you post it?
Do you
I
need
posted
me-
in Demiplanes.
Oh, okay.
Do you need me to expand the canvas?
No, it's fine. I can work with that space. I mean, he's a large boy, but it's okay. I can work with
It's
this.
a large boy.
He's a large boy.
Large.
Large. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw my latest rendition of Rakudo, who is essentially my very first OC that I made, because I wanted a boyfriend, and so I drew my own boyfriend. And then I kind of kept him until I just realized he's fake, and I need to figure my life out. But it was a nice emotional gratification that I received at the time, because I would draw cute little comics of him, and it was amazing and wonderful. And the dates we had were fantastic.
Would you draw yourself with them?
Yes, I would. I absolutely would. I used to do that. I used to draw us holding hands. It was so cute. And like I remember, I drew one comic of us going on a date once, and I need you to know that it ended in like disaster. And by disaster, I mean like the restaurant blew up. People got there was like I sometimes couldn't just do a date. And if anybody knows my role-playing style, and if anybody knows my writing style, you can't just have a date. Sometimes things go crazy. Sometimes villains show up to, like, you know, try to kick your ass in the Denny's parking lot, and it turns into, like, a world-ending event. You know, fun stuff like that.
Disgrace going to that, going on their first date?
Yes, absolutely.
In the AU?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my god.
I loved that date, thank you.
Dramatic.
Look, if something's not on
All of
fire, what's the point? How can you really call it a first date unless there's arson involved?
Fair.
At least for Disgrace, that is. Alright,
He got
so
pointed
okay.
ears.
He did. He does kind of have... I just decided he has pointed ears now. Because it makes sense to me. So, when I first initially created Rakudo as a character, he actually technically always was a dragon in a way. Except in his first rendition, he was just a dragon. So, I was just casually dating a dragon. Take that information with what you will. It's out there. It's out there in the universe now. I don't care. I am
Some
almost...
people are like, it makes sense now.
Yes, it does. Look, I am almost 30 years old, and I absolutely do not care.
There are bigger things to worry about.
There are absolutely bigger things to worry about. Who gives a crap if I dated a dragon when I was 12?
There's gonna be one fucking nerd that's like eavesdropping
he
on the stream.
definitely-
Did you know?
God, yeah.
He got thick.
As you see, my preferences have changed.
His neck. Oh,
Thick.
it looks like you're drawing Dis, I'm not gonna lie.
No, if I was drawing Dis, he would be a lot more square. Like, if I was... Okay, I'll just draw over with a brighter red, but if I was drawing Dis, for sure the jawline would be, like, a lot sharper. Yeah.
That's not terribly far off.
No, I know. I know that. I'm aware.
Stop calling me out.
Stop doing this. I made him first. That's fine. Well, I don't know when this was made, but okay. Technically, I made Rakuto before I started drawing this. That's what I will say. But essentially, what I've tried doing is I've tried softening his features some. Watch as I struggle through the English language. Oh, now I'm drawing this. That's not how his nose works.
My hands.
I can't help it. I've drawn the Devil Man too much. It's just instinct now. If I see a wide jawline, I gotta start doing horns.
Oh, yes. I'm happy with myself over here.
Why are you happy? What are you doing? Are you still drawing that cursed
Because
coal?
I'm lining it now.
Oh, goodness. Good luck.
Yes.
What's your favorite part about creating art? Do you like the sketching, do you like the lining, or do you like the coloring? Discuss.
The lining.
Oh, ooh. Tabitha likes
I
line
feel
work.
like it's
Same.
getting... Huh? Did you say shame or
Same.
same?
She said same.
Yes, because it looks so pretty.
Look, Lynn does some stellar line art, so for sure I can imagine Lynn saying same.
I hate doing coloring. So much.
I'm
So much.
Well,
indifferent.
coloring pisses me off, too. I'd rather
I'm-
just keep it plain if I could.
I am most definitely indifferent on coloring. I feel like it takes too much time, but at the same time, I don't mind doing it. But if there's anything I love doing, I just love sketching.
I don't like sketching either.
I love sketching.
Like, I like doing the sketch. I like doing the line work over the sketching because that's when I like really define everything, and that's my favorite. And I can do all the line weights, and I love that.
I like sketching because I get to do like crazy stuff, just being like, yeah.
T-pose. Yes.
That was actually a pose that I used for a waterbender character that I made like a long time ago. That's actually a Tai Chi pose. Which, for the record, I totally took a semester of Tai Chi at community college because I wanted to be a waterbender. Just FYI.
Yes, you did.
I'm just gonna be completely and brutally honest tonight. That's just how I am right now.
Can't blame.
I would say ask me anything, but please don't. This beautiful convoy.
The Demiplanes AMA. Let's do it.
Demiplanes AMA.
All the freckles.
They're actually, I mean, technically, yes, they could be read as freckles, but actually, they're not freckles. They're kind of like pockmarks on his face.
Scale?
Scales, yes.
Still.
So there's kind of like pockmarks, but that's because like there's scales that are going to grow through on his through his skin.
It's cute.
I wanted to make him look more dragon looking. So essentially, he went from being a whole dragon from my original Magical Girl comics that I would draw to essentially becoming a half dragon, which in my story I refer to them as dragonlings. And there's a whole complicated history behind that hopefully I will get into at some point. Oh no, he looks a little cross-eyed, but I want to keep it because that's cute.
Do the Alistair cross-eyed.
Where the eyes are just like,
Oh, what is else being said?
Yeah, what's going on in chat? Because I'm completely distracted right now.
That sounds like a normal night at Denny's.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
could see Lynn being a fantastic comic book anchor. That was Shortbeard.
Aww.
And Ash said, shots, 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 shots.
Thank you for that. I appreciate all of your comments.
He got his haircut.
He did. He absolutely did.
You know what? If you just take this guy and make his hair black,
Yes.
he'd look like a young Tabin.
Oh no. Probably. Oh no. Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh my. Yeah, that I don't know who this guy is anymore. Which is funny because I kind of like along the way.
You know, he looks like Farron.
Yeah, he does.
Like I know because they're related,
except-
but I'm just saying like that's immediately who I thought of. When
Which
you
is
drew
funny
him.
because that's essentially where Farron came from. I took the pretty boy version of this character and I just made him his brother. And then I started giving him speaking lines and it was a mistake.
Then you gave Farron a personality, and then it went, oh no, what did I find
I was like,
out?
oh, what monster have I created?
a good one.
No, he's not.
I love
Don't
Farron,
tell him that.
Farron
just
and
go
Irian
straight
are
to his-
besties.
It'll go just straight to his ego.
Which is in his chest.
What?
Yes. Have you seen Farron?
Yes.
You
Dim
could
titties.
swear there's
What?
a type.
We still need to have Farron and Irian meet each other. I need that in my life.
Oh,
Yeah, that
I
happens
just read.
in the Bard.
I just read
Kaiser's just
a.
gonna get up like I'm leaving.
I just read a Shane's comment on the Twitch stream that the old design of Rakuto looks like a blonde Ariel, and I'm like, oh, he does. He's got the fluffy hair. My voice just cracked again.
Huh?
Ah.
That was a good one.
I didn't even try. It just happened. Oh no, what's happening? Maybe I just secretly wanted to be a shapeshifter all along. Oh wait, hold on. Everything's making sense now. Now I know why I was obsessed with shapeshifters. Got it. Weird.
Yeah.
Woof.
I thought you made this
feel
revelation
like it's all-
not too
it's-
long ago.
I did.
all
I just
coming.
forgot. There's a thing that happens
All
where
the realizations.
right. There's a thing that happens where I kind of remember stuff, and then other stuff happens, and then I forget. I have the object permanence level of a dog. I'll just remember something's there, and then completely forget about it because something else distracted me. So if you guys send me a message and I just forget to respond back, I'm sorry. My brain just does things sometimes. Okay. So what else So OCs, as I draw this boy.
Let me go back to our thing.
Yeah.
When does an OC become something more?
I would say it would always be an OC. It's an OC with a fan base.
Fair.
Because so I remember having like several revelations many times where I'm just like, people like to like make art of other people's OCs like for free, for fun, just because they can, and I think that's great and that's wonderful, and that's the kind of attention I feel like all OCs need to have, no matter like what their follow count is.
Yeah.
I think everybody should receive other people's original content with the same kind of energy that we do with like more popular ones, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's not just me being a whiny small time artist. I just feel like anything that people put out in the world, that they put their passion and they put their literally they put their heart and soul into, we should receive it with the same amount of excitement that we do for any hot content of the week. I don't know,
Yeah.
what are the youth into these days?
The youth. Like,
What are the hip kids into?
I know, like, I think it's cool that people like other people's OCs and like they'll draw them and stuff. But when it gets to the point where like you're mad because the OC doesn't like, I don't know. If it's a comic book character, for example,
Yes.
like I feel like fandoms aren't always the best.
No, I feel like once it gets to a certain follow count, that's when it gets a little crazy and scary.
Yeah,
You
and
get
like
misery
I've seen like
level.
on a couple
I feel
people
like
on like a Facebook group I was
Yeah.
on, they were like they would take people's OCs and like ship them with their own
oh god,
without permission, and it got super weird. I left that group,
that's fair.
but yeah, I'm just like, what? Like I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand people's undying like loyalty, I guess, to something that's not real.
That's fair.
I don't know. I feel like I'm very disconnected from my characters in that in the sense of everyone else's who has OCs.
No, my tablet pen doesn't work with it. Tabitha's showing me the finished line art of Cole. Does he have a fucking lip piercing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thank you for at least noticing that. Because I was like, I need to give him something.
Sorry, I was doodling on top of this drawing. Forgive me for pausing.
It's fine. But yeah,
Dad,
I don't know.
feel free to post that
I just
whenever.
Huh?
I'm just very indifferent about it all.
Yeah, no, I understand, which I get that, like, especially coming from, like, as you said, you weren't as involved in, like, the anime scene, you weren't as involved in, like, a lot of fandom spaces, and I could see why, because, like, looking back on, like, some of the fandom spaces, they were a hot mess.
Like, when you were telling me about, that one comic, I forgot the name of it.
Homestuck?
Because I don't care. Yes. Like...
I told Lynn about Homestuck.
Like...
You're breaking up.
It was on stream. It was on a Demiplanes episode. That's not my fault. That's Vic's fault.
No, it's not. I can hear you just fine.
No, I was gonna... No, I think I had a Homestuck. Well, I wasn't really into Homestuck.
No,
I
just kind of like I kind of obsessively yelled at it about it to you.
Yeah.
Because I was like, look, it's Homestuck. It's wonderful. It's a hot new thing, and I'm excited about it. Yeah, no, I understand. Like, people sometimes... I mean, I understand. People get passionate, and there's, like, something that they latch onto, whether it be a form of hyperfixation, whether it be something that they just really, really like. Like, I've been there. I have definitely been there. But, yeah, sometimes people, they get really passionate about something, and so you get it in your head that it's a certain way. And especially if you spend a lot of time with it, you kind of treat it in your own special light. Like, for instance, Overwatch. I will use Overwatch as an example because I was intensely into Overwatch. I really wanted to know more about the lore. The way it was handled was very poorly, I feel, in my opinion. And anybody can disagree with me. And I welcome it. But I felt like the lore was treated very poorly because they would just kind of spoon feed it to us months at a time. Every now and then you'd get a small little update and we'd like go completely hog wild for it. And then like we would hear nothing for months and we wouldn't hear until like maybe a half a year later for a next update, and then they give us something else, like very tiny minuscule pieces that barely pieced a story together. And so a lot of people were left to connect the dots together, and sometimes those dots were just dots that they wanted to connect together for the sake of enjoying the story for their own personal pleasure.
Ash stated, same Vic, I agree. So much wasted potential.
So much wasted potential. And now here they are, 4 years later?
Making a second game that's supposed to be lore-based, and I'm sitting here going...
Good luck, you should have done that.
Guys, you should have done that. That's what you should have done first.
That's what you should have made the original game, but you fucked up. Oh well. I have opinions on Blizzard as a company, but that's just me.
I'm just wondering... Because it's not an uncommon thing for fandoms in general to be like so intense and people watch shows and they get super into it, and my husband watched Game of Thrones like all the time, and like just getting into shows and anime or games or whatever. I never had any of that, and I don't know why.
Maybe you just always saw the reality of it, and that being you understand that it's a work of fiction. And therefore, its impact is very minimal in the reality of things.
Honestly, yeah. Like I said, if
which I respect
Gray or if Gray were to die like last session, I was fully prepared for him to die. I even told you, I was like, I really don't care if he dies.
No, I know.
I was like, if he does, oh well.
And I remember responding to you at some point. I was like, I would cry.
I myself would cry.
It's okay that you don't care, and I respect that he is your character. But me, I would cry.
As I sit here and wait for a Len's response.
Oh.
I just...
Oh, I need to see it.
But yeah, no, essentially... As I said, Cole, the amount of facial hair that Cole has in that aged up picture is the same amount that West had at the age of 15.
Yeah.
FYI, Len, Vic drew that Addie, not me.
I did.
I know. I can tell immediately. It's big. That's adorable.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially, and I understand that people will get upset over things that happen out of left field. Where I remember there being many conversations of especially with people that work and are engaged with social media and have to work all that kind of stuff. And it's just realizing that people sometimes they want the content to pander to them because there's you spend so long with something that you love very much in your own personal bubble that you think of your own theories, you think of your own content for it, you kind of build it up in your own special way because you want it to work out in the way you want it to work out. And then something canonly happens that doesn't go in favor of your personal headcanon, and people get upset about it. Because you sat with this thing so long in your bubble that you forgot that it is not your own story, but it is something that somebody else is controlling and has complete free reign of. And so I understand where the fandom upset comes from, because it was special to you, you held it in your own bubble, but then you realized, no, it's not something that's in your bubble. It is something that is being created by actual creators. Sometimes the stuff that's created by the actual creators itself can go horribly wrong and not executed in the best of light, so which I understand there is fandom upset for that. There are many shows I could name.
Well, yeah, but that's just how life is.
It's just, it happens, and that's why headcanons are a thing. That's why fanfiction's a thing. You can go and you can create your own content for it, and it's fantastic. It's unfortunate that the true canon will always suck, but at least you have the ability to write your own story for it, and in that itself, that becomes your own personal canon, and hey, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point now, especially nowadays, where, like, the whole, this isn't, like, going how I want it to go, so I'm going to cancel it. Cancel culture sucks.
I hate cancel culture.
I hate it.
It's so immature.
I think it's stupid. I hate it so much. It's the dumbest thing ever. And, like, canceling, like, media and then people and then, like, there's a time and a place to do all that, which is
I feel
fine,
like it's
but, like,
an immature way to handle things, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
But I feel like it's kind of immature. I understand cancel culture in the sense of, oh, we should not give this any more attention. Which, okay, fine. And unfortunately, if you don't like it, then you can leave it. You can just drop it. You can put it down. You can leave it.
I will sit and say there is one fandom that I think that goes about it really, really bad. But I feel like if I mention them, they'll come after us.
Yeah, don't. I know which fandom you're talking about, and I just want to say no.
Yeah.
Calm down. It's okay.
I don't know.
Like what?
Like I agree. Like if like a majority of people are upset about a thing,
and
but
sometimes it could be a thing that can be like deeply insensitive that the show has done. Like there have been many topics that shows have covered that were handled very poorly, and it's right for people to be upset about it. Like always depending on what the topic is, but it's people have a right to be upset, but sometimes
to the point of doxing people, I think is outright stupid.
I feel like that varies on the situation, depending. If it's for something kind of minuscule, then yeah, I feel like that might be a poor response. But for something, related to like, oh god, I don't even know if I want to say it, but with the current state of the world as it is, super bad. Like for the current state of the world as it is, with people that have very negative viewpoints that are almost seen as political in a way.
Yeah, but doxing though?
I mean, I feel like that's a. Yeah.
I think even like to the point where you're rallying people to bully someone and like giving away personal information and like addresses and stuff, that is way too far.
Yeah.
To me.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I say it's dependent on the situation entirely, but yeah, sometimes it can be extreme, but sometimes there's just some really shitty people that need to be at least for public to be aware of them, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like public awareness on certain things is fine, but like if you're like, I don't know.
I feel like what is it? I'm trying to remember. I remember there was like there was a point where people would like, oh man, I if it was on like I think it was like in an online gaming community where they would like SWAT people, and by that meaning they would like send in they would send in like a fake threat to like the SWAT to like send a SWAT team to their house. That was fucked up. I feel like that was fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the internet's crazy. That's the thing.
Internet's crazy. Fandoms can go too far.
Fandoms can go too far. I've seen fandoms that have bullied so many people into very bad situations, and that's something that just we shouldn't do as people, I feel. I feel like things could be handled more maturely, but, you know, fandoms, that's a whole can of worms. Anyway, so we're talking about OCs. He's a good boy. Yeah, so this is my latest rendition of Rakuto, as he is, in my story, he is my protagonist's husband. He is a very calming, soothing boy. For the most part.
Doting.
He's a very doting husband,
doting
yes. Yes, he is a very doting husband to her. So I don't know, for me it felt like a moment of, I guess, maturity in a way, that I essentially took an OC that was essentially a character that I used for my own self-gratification as a youngin', and just kind of taking him and turning him essentially into his own person, which I feel like that's always a fun journey, is you taking a character that you made words, essentially taking a character that you just took at face value for something. You didn't put much thought into them, and then you spend some time with them, and then you start to build them more as a character. Well, why did they do this? What is their motivation? What are their fears? What's their favorite food? What's their favorite color? Like, that kind of stuff. I always feel like that's really fun to do for a character, is when you get to sit down and you get to figure out how they work.
Yeah, I agree.
And which I found has been a really fun thing for me to do, especially when building characters for stories and campaigns, like building NPCs and et cetera, just trying to explore them as a character. Like taking essentially Xavier, who, when I first created him, his only character note was, he's Grayson's son. That was all I had at the time. And then I started to kind of, especially when I was going to use him for a campaign, I started to kind of build him up more as a character. And I'm like, all right, buddy, yes.
You should draw the very first rendition of Xavier we made.
No, I don't want to. You should draw him.
You should.
You should draw him.
No.
Why not?
Because you drew the very first one.
Did? Oh, no. All right, that's a fun story.
The very first one.
That's always a fun story. Okay, let me write something real quick.
Yo, I like this. I'm so happy.
You should be happy. It's really good art.
Xavier. Let's just say Xavier took out after Grayson a little more.
All right, let me save this real quick. No, I don't want a JPEG. It's always PNG. Never saving a JPEG. Why would you do that?
Never saving in pixels.
Hashtag never save a JPEG. It's all PNG.
No, we know better now.
All PNG. Okay, there we go. I have my boys saved. My god, he's just so different. I love him. Okay, whoop. And, alright, I'll draw Xavier. Which, by the way, we should get ready for our other thing that we're going to do. I don't know if you want to set that up while I draw Xavier.
What thing?
Where we get group involvement.
Group involvement? Oh, we do. We need to do that.
Yeah, so we have a fun game for y'all.
I want to draw one guy real quick.
All right.
He's my Monster Prom character I made.
Right, let me move Xavier over real quick. There.
Because I did make a Monster Prom guy.
That was the one I would have to sit here and say I never did, but that's because I learned about Monster Prom too, I guess, late?
Whose fault is that, Vic?
Mine. Entirely mine.
I don't know, if I had one, they would probably be like a Venus flytrap person of some
Aw,
sort.
that's cute.
I had two, but this one is the only one that I ever actually like fleshed out and made. By fleshed out, I mean I just made his like a whole body of him.
Why am I bothering to try to
What?
color this all by hand when I can just
Use the paint tool.
paint tool? Why is it not letting me?
Because Dropile is sometimes a very fun program.
Oh, I see why. It's saying no, I can't do that.
Dropile says you're
I
not
can't
allowed.
let you do that, Dave.
I can't let you do that. Oh crap! I'm trying to do this from memory. I'm beginning to realize that the horns that I used for first rendition of Xevier is very similar to Albedo's from Overlord.
God damn it! Ah, you're right.
Albedo is best waifu.
God.
Strongest waifu, actually. Just kidding, that title belongs to Shaltir.
Huh?
Shaltir is strongest waifu.
Oh, yeah.
God, she's so OP. Sorry
OP,
as we nerd out with Overlord stuff. I was recently in a conversation at work about Overlord, so that's the kind of work environment I live in now, and it's fantastic. Like, just out of nowhere, we just all started talking about Overlord, and I was like, yes. I found my people. You've all been hiding in a bakery, apparently.
Catching up. Jeremiah said Game of Thrones 8.
What?
I must have been back when we...
Yes.
And then, Boisterous Bard, I can't forgive them for what they did to Dorne.
Oh, I will never forgive them for Dorne. Never forgive them for Dorne.
I feel this. I am part of the what if community. It's not that bad. In fact, quite a creative form of fanfic. Yeah, I've experimented with writing fanfics like that, i.e., Bleach.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree that essentially taking content that otherwise that you felt was was
done dirty.
That was done dirty.
Cough, Bleach, cough.
Cough, Bleach, cough. Yes. In my opinion, I have many notes about many different things. Yeah, Bleach. All right. You want a controversial opinion? I'm gonna give it.
Okay.
Hot take.
Hot take. It's a hot take from Vic, personally. I don't really like Bleach that much. I had fun with it when it first happened, but then as I kind of let it sit and fester over time after I was officially emotionally done with it, I realized that Bleach was essentially a rehash and a really kind of one of what Yu Yu Hakusho already did.
Yeah.
Fight me.
I agree.
As I've made you sit and watch a Yu Yu Hakusho recently.
Well, but that's the thing. When I growing up, I was exposed to Bleach first before Yu Yu Hakusho because I didn't have cable growing up.
And then I came along and I was like, here's a better show. I love Yu Yu Hakusho is my jam. I will love it.
If
to the end of my
Jeremiah
days.
is still on, I still have my favorites, so.
No, I know you have your favorites. We know of them.
I'm waiting for the post. I started and it had a meh partway through. Yeah.
Yeah, like halfway through, like once they started hitting the desert, I just went, I'm done.
Just leave her in the desert.
Just leave her in the desert.
Leave her there.
Honestly, I mean, if she was a more fleshed out character, I would care more.
But she wasn't.
But she wasn't. But that's my own opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure people can write essays about Orihime as a character, but that's just my opinion, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to do what you want. Whatever makes you happy, bro.
Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy. It's Fraturday. That's honestly the mentality I'm trying to adopt now. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever makes you happy. I don't care. If it's not affecting me in any negative light, whatever makes you happy. I don't care. As long as you're not hurting people, whatever makes you happy. As long as you're not doing something that could be seen as illegal and morally wrong, whatever makes you happy. As I draw this boy. This is very cursed and I don't want to finish it, Lynn. I really don't want to finish this. Should we talk about it?
He took after Gray.
Took a little bit
A little too much.
So, this rendition, this was our first iteration of Xevier as we had it, because we, essentially, it came about when we were just playing around with the idea of Dis and Grayson having children, and we're like, God, what would they even look like? What can you expect from these two? Like, literally putting them side by side. What can you expect from these two? And so...
And we even named him Disgrace, too.
We did, because essentially we just were playing around with the idea of, like, oh, they'll probably just be a fusion of the two. So we just did a fusion of Dis and Grayson to see what they'd look like. And it just, like, looked more heavily like Grayson, which was hilarious, I feel. I do like the horn style we picked though.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
It kind of resembles a crown in a way. Eye emoji in IRL right now. Excuse me while I eye emoji at this. You know, this character has very big Near in Vain vibes, and I understand now.
I'm sorry.
Not to detract from the from the topic, but the actual artist that did the art for Horde of the Dragon Queen is actually in the D&D fantasy art Facebook page.
Really?
He is, and he posts some of his old work. He actually recently posted an art piece that he did of Near in Vain and Truth the Green Dragon.
Truth actually has artwork.
He does, and he looks amazing.
I
gotta go find it again, but it's, oh my god, I was so excited to see it. I was gonna show you, but it was like really early this morning and you were dead asleep, so I was like, oh no, I can't say anything now.
That's okay.
But it was really fucking awesome, and I got super excited seeing it. Like,
did anybody like comment? Like, did they notice it was his artwork? Or...
Well, yeah, because it's the guy. His name is the same. It's Brian something, but I can go find it. But yeah, he did like this really awesome Near in Vain art with Truth, and I was like super excited to see it. You know, not because I'm running my own scenario of that, but you know, it was really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel so cursed drawing this Xavier. I like the other one you did, Lynn, but I realized that that's essentially what Xavier kind of grew into.
What?
Which
one?
Your own rendition that you drew of Xavier as an adult. Where he looked like...
the captain one?
Yeah, the captain one. I realized that Xavier kind of sort of now looks like that.
Yeah, a little bit.
He kind of sort of grew into that. Whoopsies. But no, yeah, so essentially we took this character because we wanted to have the fun idea of what it would look like if Grayson and Dis fused in a way. Grayson's genes were kind of a little more dominant, funnily enough. I mean, other than the whole tiefling thing, but you know. But, you know, as first renditions go, we had a solid concept, I feel.
I'm just catching up on what's being said.
Oh no, what's chat saying right now?
I mean, Demon Slayer is also a hashed up version of Bleach as well. That's what Jeremiah said in a way.
I mean, fair.
Jesus. So, super unpopular opinion by Jesus. One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and on Inuyasha. I just lost it.
Oh no, you just lost it. Well, I guess that's that unpopular opinion. It's been lost.
Bleacher, all blah. Yeah.
I mean, I'd agree. There was a point where I was like super
That's
invested.
how I feel.
The only good anime is Saint Seiya. Yes, Jesus, we know.
We know Jesus. Saint Seiya is OP anime.
Jeremiah, unpopular opinion. One Piece is trash. There, I've said it.
I could never get into One Piece. I absolutely tried. I have been told that you can only get into One Piece if you were there when it started. I was there when it started, and I could not get into it. I tried. As far as I only got as far as the episode where they introduced the clown pirate, and I just emotionally checked out forever. So, unfortunately, I could never follow the series. I tried. I honestly tried.
Which series?
Champ also tried. He wasn't there for it, but he tried.
Which series was this?
One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, the consensus that I have been told is you cannot get into One Piece unless you were there when it started. Which I was, but I couldn't get into it. I tried. Really hard. I tried multiple times. I came back for several arcs. I came back when the arc with Whitebeard happened. I came back when they did the whole time skip reboot thing. I fucking tried. Didn't stick. It's just, I guess, I don't know. I guess, you know, One Piece just works for some people, but it just doesn't work for me.
I never got into it either. I like the concept, but I
do. I like the concept, and sometimes the art's really funky, but you know, except for the female designs, but that's just me. They all kind of look the same. Are you having fun? Tabitha's having fun over here as she colors this rendition of Cole.
Yeah.
She's having the time of her life. Oh, good. I don't have to layer check myself.
Yeah, just do the outline of it, and you can stop.
Okay. I don't want to do any more.
You're like, this is cursed.
I'm struggling through it. Actually, I can see where Phoebus came from. Hold up.
Oh, yep.
Whoop.
There it is.
Hold on. This is exactly where Phoebus came from. I can see it.
Now we know.
Yep. Turns out we weren't embodying Xavier as a character. We were embodying Phoebus this whole time. It was always Phoebus.
I'm the superior sibling now.
Hey, you had to run a few trials before you reached perfection.
Jesus Christ. I mean...
Hold on,
There.
I should say it in this voice, actually. I mean, it's perfectly alright, love. Sometimes you have to, run a few trials before you reach perfection.
Oh, God. Phoebus with those style horns, though.
So what?
Said Phoebus with those style horns, though.
I know, I feel bad that I stuck with just the standard ones. I kind of like those horns a lot.
Low-key, I think that's how Cole's horns originally were supposed to be, and... I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah. I like your tentacle boy, Lynn. That's a good tentacle boy.
He was my Monster Prom character that I made.
Aw, what a cutie. Oh, wrong layer.
I think I made him for a contest?
I mean, that's fair.
I think. I don't remember, but he also had like. I'm not gonna do his full body here, but like he had like hardcore like tribal tattoos on this side of his body, and then he also had pierced nipples because Grayson snuck in there.
Lynn, I think you
Before
had a
made
thing for that.
Grayson. Apparently I do, but yeah, he was his monster was supposed to be the monster from Black Lagoon, like the creature from the Black
That's
Lagoon.
an excellent choice.
That was his thing, and he was because it's Monster Prom, so it's at school, so he was like captain of the swim team, and he was just
I love how you're just staring at it.
Tabitha's showing me the colored version of the adult call.
What?
Very nice. Good job. I really like it. You did a good job.
I'm just happy to... I was like, oh god, I gotta give him a piercing of some sort.
You
Where
gave him two
lip
piercings.
Yeah, he has an ear piercing and...
Gil. Oh, that's cute. You know what?
His name was Gilligan.
Gilligan.
His name was Gilligan.
I love it.
My god.
Let me see if I can find his.
I feel like honestly, I feel like Monster Prom was the response to the really big craze that happened like back in like the 2010s, where everybody got completely like on board with Monster High as a concept. But then like Monster Prom was like just kind of like the answer to but what if it was for people that are the age that what if it's for the people that are of the demographic that actually are like super obsessed with Monster High.
Oh heck, I made him in 2018.
Nice.
And I actually uploaded this like his reference sheet on my Instagram on September 24th, which was my my wedding day. 2016, but still. But I wrote, this is Gil. His first name is actually Gilligan, captain of the swim team and surfer bro.
Surfer bro. You just have a thing for surfer bros.
He smokes seaweed to help with his lung capacity, but he doesn't need those to breathe. Oops.
Okay, I'm trying to catch up because my thing had a refresh.
No, it's fine.
What's everybody talking about with Naruto? Because Little Green said Kankuro was my high school husband. Hey, Vic, who was yours?
What? Husbandos? I don't know. Who was yours?
I will tell you. Everybody can judge me all they want, but you first.
Wow. Okay. Because I was actually it's in lieu of the conversation that's happening in chat where Jeremiah says that the sand ninjas are great, and I will say yes, the sand ninjas are best ninjas, because my husbando for all of Naruto when he was first introduced was Akasuna no Sasori, and I loved him to death.
I don't know what anyone is talking about, and I'm sad.
Hey, remember that one artist guy that I drew who's like super edgy, and he made himself into a puppet because he felt disconnect from being a real person because his parents died.
Yes.
And he says art is eternal,
Yes.
so I too must be eternal. That guy. That was my husband.
Ay.
I could just feel the disappointment.
I'm trying to, like, rack my brain of, like, what animes I watched, because I did watch a couple,
Alright.
but I...
It's fair. It's fine.
I didn't really connect with any of them.
It's
I'll put
okay.
it this way: if any, I'll let people guess. My
I won't say anything.
mine in Naruto was the biggest red flag. Hey guys, guess
Okay.
who?
The biggest red flag.
Original husband. Shut the hell up, Jeremiah.
Okay, I will actually draw, like, one of my first anime crushes once we have the
Oh yeah, you ready?
canvas cleared.
Yeah, you ready? I can clean it.
Okay.
Yes, Jeremiah. Yes, I liked Aizen as a character. Fight me.
Yeah, I know you did.
Because I thought
Alright.
it had potential and it went nowhere.
I'm starting to realize why I didn't like Aizen.
Why?
Because I was jealous that you liked Aizen.
You were jealous of
My
a
God.
fictional character?
I was listen. I had deep-seated issues in high school. Of course I was jealous of a fictional character. Thank you for nodding in agreement.
No, it was not Itachi. Keep going.
Actually, that was her first one.
That was my first one, but then it went to someone else, and they were a big red flag. Itachi's not that big a red flag. You're not far from the apple tree.
Think carefully about Tabitha as a person.
What the fuck does that mean?
Listen.
God damn it! Little Green got it!
Yes!
Yep, that dumbass.
Yep. Tabitha's husbando from Naruto was Hidan.
Jeremiah Eisen's Vic, so I don't know how you would be jealous, bro.
I will fucking square up with a mirror. I will. I'm a bird in real life.
Just put glasses on and...
Don't fucking talk to me.
Victor, you know who I'm making?
Jiraiya? No.
Hey,
Jiraiya deserved better, but...
it's love and peace.
Yep.
Aww.
Huh?
Look carefully.
Oh, no.
I will never finish that anime.
Oh gosh.
Don't.
Yeah, and then I got out of high school and I look back on it and I'm like, oh, that was a red flag.
That was a character that you realized that if you dated them in real life, you would 100% be dead in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
Or
And then I got older and then I went into criminology and I'm like, oh.
like, oh no, I fell for all the traps. I fell for all of it. That moment when you take criminology and you go, oh shit, I would have been that person.
Basically.
I would have been the person.
We had this discussion.
I would have been that body they found in a field. Oh fuck. I can't even. Well, in all fairness, we took a lot of those characters and we just kind of rewrote them in our own light about why they are the way they are, and I feel like that kind of like did them a little bit more of a justice. So in a sense, we kind of took them and rewrote them. So in a way, they kind of became our own renditions. So, no, fair enough. I should draw the OCs that we made for that old fanfic.
Yes.
Because I like talking about it again. It's so much fun. It brings back so many fun memories. Oh my god.
I remember how it literally started when we were in high school,
Yeah.
and it was the whole. So hey, you know that ambiguous god that?
No, I remember because you read a fanfic about how there was like two girls that were hanging out together and they found chibi versions of Naruto characters hanging out in their house. And there was like a whole story behind it. And we took the same concept and we wrote it into a fanfic that only we read. And We just wrote it for ourselves. That was like the best thing about it. We weren't trying to do it for brownie points on fanfiction.net.
Yeah, fanfiction.net.
I know, that's how old we are.
.net. Do you remember this term, Vic?
Oh god. Lemon!
I knew it! I knew that was gonna be a thing, yeah.
I remember when flames were something. I remember that shit.
Oh god.
You remember Flame Wars? I remember Flame Wars.
Aww. I used to draw as Magnum all the time.
Aww.
Vash was such a good character.
Vash was a good bean.
Vash is a huge inspiration of Alistair.
Yes, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna draw our. Okay, so essentially, as this fanfic, because we're gonna just tell the origin of this fanfic because it's funny. As Tabitha leaves the room in embarrassment.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go take her.
Okay, that's fine. So essentially, it started from us reading a fanfic on fanfiction.net.
I mean, it's still a thing. Just kind of a
wait, it's still alive?
Yeah, it's still.
Oh shit!
I just checked it up recently.
Oh fuck! So we read a fanfic at one point, and it had to do with like two girls living together in a house. They find chibi versions of Naruto of their favorite Naruto characters, mind you, and there was like a whole like cutesy little hijink story, that happened with it. And so we were like, hey, that's fun. We should do something like that, but with our favorite characters. Who are our favorite characters? Oh, ironically, it's the villains.
Well,
so let's see where that goes. So we took that idea. We're like, hey, what would happen if we took the villains of Naruto being the Akatsuki, which are basically these excommunicated ninjas from their own villages, that they're all like high-ranking criminals of some degree, high-ranking criminals and sociopaths of some degree. Naturally, those are our favorite characters for some fucking reason.
can't imagine.
And so with that, we decided to write like a whole little like story around it about what would happen if we found these characters. Oh no, they're cute little chibis and they're harmless. Oh no, now suddenly they're not chibis anymore and they're actual size and deadly. What do we do with that? You want to know what happened? And I'm going to call Tabitha out on this. It was literally the concept for Has-Been Hotel before Has-Been Hotel was a thing. It was like, oh no, we have these villains in our house. Well, I guess we have to try to teach them to be good. And that was like, oh, it was like, it branched from a whole story. We crossovered many anime with it because we're like, what if it's not just the characters of Naruto? What if it's more characters? Because we have so much goddamn anime in the world. So naturally, only Naruto wouldn't be just a thing. So we had like Bleach characters, we had Death Note characters, we had like, there was like a point where we interacted with like a lot of different characters. I'm waiting for Tabitha to come back so I can say the same thing again.
Wait, what?
We were Has-Been Hotel before Has-Been Hotel.
God damn it, you're right! God damn it!
We're gonna reform the villains and teach them to be good and see what happens.
Fuck.
Anyway, so the best pairing came out of that, I feel, in my opinion, and that was we also had Full Metal Alchemist characters, by the way, which one of them was Envy, the homunculus, and so we're still saying to this day, this is just between me and Tabitha, but Deidara and Envy is the best ship of all time. Don't fight me on it.
I have no idea what words you're saying right now.
Lynn's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but
Lynn, what are you
go
drawing?
off, fam.
Lynn, what are you drawing?
No one.
No.
I think I know.
Oh gosh, Death Note, that was a trip.
It's the boy. I love his hair. Yes. Love a woman that can kick my ass. Speaking of Steve Blum.
I think I figured out I like this character so much because
Legs.
he's Lupin.
Legs.
He's Lupin.
Envy's such a good character. I mean...
Yeah, Envy is a good character. Yes, as I'm reading chat, the Sand Ninjas were villains at first, and they were quickly my favorite characters from Naruto, and they became allies after. Yeah, I loved the Sand Ninjas because they were basically treated as like the outsider. Oh no, they're way more edgy than this village. We can't trust them. They must be villains. And then you find out that they're such great people, and there's so many good characters that came out of the Sand Village. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I'm gonna draw the because of course we had essentially. Long story short, we took this fanfic, we ran it too far. So far.
We went too far.
We went too far. World-ending consequences happened. Superpowers were had. There was like a lot of weird shit that happened. It was like the fucking greatest thing that we ever wrote because it was just for us, so we just did whatever the fuck we wanted with it.
We were like, how does John Mulaney put it?
How John Mulaney put it?
We were men with... Was it like dogs without horses?
We're dogs without horses. That's what we were with this fanfic. It was because it was just a fun, self-indulgent fanfic that we did, and it was fucking fantastic. We had so much fun with it. And essentially, we realized we needed a villain for this, so we had a villain, and we wrote a villain for it. And this villain is still my favorite character to play off of, which I'm eventually going to make him a D&D character one day, and you're gonna all regret it.
God. I mean, the one I created is probably gonna end up being a D&D character one day, too.
Second campaign?
Oh god, do we?
Should we? I feel like we should. We should do it for the second campaign. I don't, you know, fuck whatever plans I had for second campaign. I want to do this character for second campaign.
Jesus.
Depending on the state of the world, it could actually be hilarious.
The question is what class is he?
I don't want to say warlock.
He's not a warlock.
I'm gonna go blood hunter. I'd say blood hunter, for sure.
Oh my gosh, Little Green, I just found my old fanfiction.net account. Oh boy!
I have a fanfic still on mine. I wrote it. It was a self-insert with Sasori, just so you know.
You know what we should do at some point?
What's up?
If you know, if Alistair ever becomes big enough and someone's writing fanfic,
I'll
we
write
need
my
to
own
do, like, a
fanfic,
live
thank you.
reading. We need to do a live reading of it.
Can Shane do a live
the
reading?
Bros. Yes, the bros do their own.
Oh my
live
god, the
reading.
bros do a live reading of Alistair fanfiction. That'd be fucking fantastic.
Little Green, I cringe reading my old fics. Look, I just recently looked up my old one recently, and oh god.
I should draw her. I want to draw her.
I feel like, again, I'm the only person
Ryu.
in the universe that never did fanfic.
I'm gonna draw her in my style now.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. She's gonna be great. She's gonna be beautiful, and I love her.
Oh god.
So, alright, I'm gonna draw Tabitha's old Naruto OC, because we're gonna do that. And then I think...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry his hair is taking up most of everything.
It's okay, I love him no matter
But I'm
what.
also not. But I'm not.
Don't
I'm
be
also not
sorry. Don't be sorry for Spike, ever. He's beautiful.
I need to make his hair bigger, actually. There. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your Naruto OC, Tabitha? I think she had like a lot of fun potential. You should talk about her. She would actually make a really good D&D character if you ever wanted to visit her again, in my opinion.
God.
Also, was her hair on the same side as Deidara's or the opposite?
Opposite.
Got you. I'm glad you still remember that.
I remember that much. It was opposite. I
remember I wanted to try to do my hair like her one day because I had such long hair. It didn't work out that well.
Where do I even fucking begin?
Talk about her abilities. Because I feel like you always had good concept and character abilities. Like if
I
when
just
you were...
wouldn't write it.
What?
I would write, and then I would just get writer's block.
Yeah, fair, but you know, it's same. I had a whole story with my Naruto self-insert with Sasori, and I never finished it.
When I was younger, my biggest thing was as Vic was with the whole idea of wanting to do shape-shifting. Mine was also the It's one of those things where if you would have a fantasy class, what it would be, I would be a Final Fantasy white mage, because normally white mages were always connected with summoning.
So you'd be a summoner.
A summoner was always something that really...
So in later iterations of Final Fantasy, you'd be under the summoner class.
Yeah. So what I had my character able to do was, in the sense they were basically able to, in a way, I guess, extract a soul if it was like dying or something like that.
And then turning it into like a
little crystal.
Yeah.
And in turn, she was able to do some sort of ninjutsu where she was able to harness that and physically manifest it into like a creature.
Which like made it like a really like superior form of like contract summoning, like how they would do in Naruto, where they would like have like that contract with like some kind of like fey creature and then summon it. but she was able to
Don't
actually...
you do that?
What?
Don't you do that in Skyrim? You like, kill things and it becomes a crystal, and then you can like do stuff with it.
Soul gems?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mostly use them for crafting.
Jeremiah, I
never use soul
I'm
gems
as straight
ever.
as Carabal's arrow, but Spike made me check my sexuality.
Yes. I don't know. Sometimes with how Carabao would hit things at certain angles, sometimes those arrows weren't straight, man.
But yeah, I just found my old fan fiction and I'm looking at it right now.
You're looking at it?
I'm looking at the
Oh my
story
god.
right now.
Can you find mine?
I'm friends with you, so yes.
Oh shit!
I have
it. Oh no. That was a... Oof. I know that was... if I go back and read it, I'm going to hate myself.
I'm looking at mine right now and I hate myself.
Like, I'm not gonna hate myself for the person I was back in the day, but I'm gonna hate myself in terms of writing technique. I feel like, who were you? What were you doing? You're better than this. Alright, I'm trying to figure out how to... I kind of want to try to draw her at some point.
Man, I feel like I missed out on a lot of fun growing up because I was not into any of this.
That's totally fine. You probably missed out on a lot of stress of it, too.
That's fair.
Yeah. I seriously...
I'm trying to think...
Yes.
Like, I can't even, like, imagine an anime I watched that would make sense to have an OC put into it, or, like, a fan OC.
I mean, so far the only one that I had ever, like, truly done, like, for fan self-inserts, I did one for Naruto, but then it quickly just became a self-insert because I was just, selfish like that. I'm trying to think, for sure, like, what an actual OC was that I was, like, super invested in. I feel like any BioWare game, it was just me being a self-insert, for sure. I know I self-inserted myself into Dragon Age. I self-inserted myself into Mass Effect. I actually, like, legit, I wrote, like, my own fucking name when it's like, hey, what's your character's name? It's me, bitch. That's how I would play them, because that's how I want to do. I would do the same thing for Skyrim. Like, it was just always me, because I wanted to go on adventures. It was just me having a self-gratifying adventure. No, but I think probably, like, the one OC... I don't know, unless Tabitha can remember better than me.
What?
Like, the one OC that I actually spent time with was probably my Hero one, I feel. Because it allowed me to revisit...
I did have my Hero one.
Because it allowed me to revisit my, my old Magical Girl OC, then I just flipped them around and turned them into something that was more current to myself.
Which was still a very interesting idea. It's like...
Yeah, so my if we want to talk about OCs, my favorite, okay, so my blah, 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 blah. My Hero Academia OC, that was hard to say, what essentially I took my old Magical Girl OC was essentially a black cat person who would use magic to basically spread bad luck around. This was not me trying to work out any issues whatsoever. Or any self-reflection. It was not. I promise. It totally was. So, essentially, I took that character, I remade them into a My Hero Academia OC. They were a... So, again, they had, like, the cat ears and the cat tail. They looked like... They had, like, the features of a black cat. And their quirk was essentially to also spread bad luck, but they weren't very good at their quirk. And so, with it, they're... why are you pushing that rum bottle towards me?
Oh, I didn't mean to. I just...
Stop it. I don't need it. So basically, their quirk was to... it was kind of like Jinx from Teen Titans, where it would, like, cause things to, like, either break or, like, mess up, but...
It's like the Lucky Feet, but opposite.
Yes, it's like the Lucky Feet, but the complete opposite. It would just, like, flip-flop it, and something bad would happen to you immediately. Whether you, like, trip over your own legs, or like,
Fuck, trying to go
or your phone, like, explodes or something. Like, it would just, like, cause bad luck like that. and that was his quirk, and that would cause, and like sometimes it would backfire on himself because he couldn't control it very well. So 9 times out of 10, the quirk was backfiring on him, and he would just have like a shitty day all the time, every day.
Every day was Monday.
Every day was Monday. I'm really digging Ryu in this new.
Whereas
design.
you made a classmate, and then I decided, no, I'm gonna make a staff member.
You wanted to be a teacher because you needed that. Because who wants to relive high school?
Not me, bitch.
I do.
We've already established the high school AU was our high school.
Yeah. So if, for anybody that was involved in the high school AU, if you had a bad time in high school in real life, that never happened. Your high school is now the Gygax High School AU. It has been spoken. That is what your AU was. That is what your high school experience is. It was that AU.
Vic, it sounds a lot like Saint Tail Wall.
Saint Tail, leave me alone. It totally was. Oh man, Jesus, talking about the steampunk short films. Yes, dude.
Do you remember like back in high school where like everyone was a cat person essentially?
I do because I was a cat person.
Neko.
Yes, I was a cat person. Lynn. What are you talking about?
Oh my.
Oh hey,
God.
Look, what was Vic's username on
No!
fanfic?
Stop it! Stop it! Yes, it was. Yes, my username was Neko based. I know.
Was it?
I was a cat person. Yes, I was a cat person. The disappointment keeps growing through the night.
I just.
Plot twist, bitches.
around.
Mine was Phoenix based.
I know you love phoenixes.
I'm still a cat person. Rest in peace.
Oh, listen. Yeah, Look, I have a tabaxi that I'm going to eventually flesh out into a character. One day. I feel like I don't want to make them a black cat because I feel like it's cliche at that point because everybody has a black cat tabaxi at some point.
It's only cliche if you make them cliche.
Fair. I mean, they're not a rogue.
Do a cat that no one would normally think of.
A Maine Coon.
Fuzzy.
I've done a commission of a Maine Coon one.
Maine Coons
very
are
I was
such,
gonna say like
Maine Coons are such good cats.
What is it? Like a rusty spotted cat or something like that.
I'm gonna do a Sphinx tabaxi and nobody can stop me.
That's fucking. Someone just said do a Sphinx. Lil
Who
Green
was
just
it?
said do a Sphinx.
Yes, Lil Green and I are on the same brainwave right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop this eventually. We're gonna have to work on that OC thing that we said we were gonna do tonight.
Oh yeah, it is like almost our ending time.
Tabaxi.
What?
Oh, Shortbeard voiced a Tabaxi recently. I'm Mao Tabaxi.
And tabaxis are good. I love cats, but you know.
Oh God, what was another one? No, but yeah, I did like your My Hero's quirk. It was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long-standing thing that I've been working on for like ages, because it was like that was like a superpower that I've always like I guess associated myself with since I first created it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my life sucks, so I'm just gonna say that I have a superpower that gives me bad luck all the time.
And then you have my dumbass.
Hey, I think your quirk was amazing. You should talk about it.
Vertigo?
Yeah. Basically inflicting vertigo on people. That's always cool.
Vertigo in the stance of distorting your sense of center of gravity and changing it.
So if your center of gravity is now on the ceiling, then that's where it is. I think that's cool.
It's basically the hallway scene from Inception. But
Yes, but as a superpower. That's always cool. There. Look, it's your girl. I drew her.
it's literally just a femdadar.
I mean, you made her to be his sister.
I know, but
You made her to be his sister.
I know.
What can you expect?
Joke's on you, I'm always in vertigo.
Mood. Does she have like a full name or no? Was it just Ryu?
I just left it as Ryu because they never gave him a last name.
There, I'm just gonna say of Iwa.
Okay.
I always liked her design. She was cool. Mine was just like a self-insert, so I just drew myself. I drew myself with cat ears. That's what it was. That's all it was. Because I was like, I want to be a cat. I'm a cat person. Hoi. Hot mess. I was a hot mess in middle school and high school. Nobody should be allowed to know me during that time.
We're still hot messes. What are you talking about?
I am a refined mess now, thank you. Just kidding. I am not. I'm just tired all the time.
How did you just put it for the, what was the one shirt?
Oh, for Cole, organized hot mess.
Organized hot mess.
Organized hot mess. That's cool. Alright, I saved your wonderful, beautiful Spike. So, we have a fun game for everybody that's still hanging around that we should probably do. Whoop.
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
So,
Nah.
we're going to build an OC. And, you know, it's like those fun little Instagram posts where everybody comments about a feature or a trait. So we're going to do that. Lynn's going to read off the list because Lynn has the list. And you guys are going to help us build an OC, and we're going to draw it live.
Yes.
So rev up them creativity engines, a.k.a. your brains, a.k.a. Yes.
Let's make an OC.
Your brain meat.
Yay! Okay. So we are going to do, how do we want to do this? Do we just want to do the very first comment that comes to us, or do we want to do like first, do we want to be able to pick, or should we just do whoever answers first?
I would say whoever answers first. So we're going to list something, and then whoever answers first, we will pick it.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if this gives I'm sorry if this gives anyone anxiety with the sense of urgency.
Build an OC. Yay.
What?
Fire up the brain cells.
Fire up them brain cells.
Okay, so we're ready to start?
Yes.
Okay, so first comment, we'll choose the species and or race of this character. So, chat, first one. Whoever comes up with it, let's go.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna be drawing something in the meantime.
Okay, I'll take notes.
Okay.
Because wizard.
I'm keeping.
Are you drawing me as a kobold?
Yes.
Thank you.
No.
Gnome.
Thank you, Jesus.
No. Great. Alright. The second one is going to be their gender, whatever it is. Or not.
It could be a gender, it could be not a gender, it could be whatever you want.
Yes, whoever comes up with it.
You know I'm getting
Non-binary.
Yes.
I'm getting a really
Excellent.
like giant flashback to Skull Wizards.
Oh god, Skull Wizards is wild. We should play that.
Okay, we'll make it so if you
Ah.
if you've already contributed, you're not allowed to contribute again. Like if you pick it.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want to do that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
so Jesus picked gnome. Lil Green picked non-binary. So the next one is going to be what kind of clothing? That will make it fair for everyone to get a turn. It looks like I'm all neck. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because even as a kobold, you're the shortest kobold, just saying.
Thank you. I'm not that short.
To me, you are.
Am I? Am I that short?
You're the most
Skull
precious
Wizards
little
is
kobold.
that Skullgirl starring Grayson. No, it's a batshit insane game.
It's certainly...
Colonial.
Yeah, 1700s colonial.
Perfect!
Oh my god, I'm excited.
I bet they're from
All right.
I bet they're from Pitter Patter.
Oh Jesus.
I'm
Lynn, we're gonna make pitter patter a thing.
What kind of hair do they have?
Yes.
No. I'm checking.
I love how you take now is the time for you to check the cat for fleas.
Because he came right over by me.
Oh my god. So what's the
Some Hamilton, no. It's the what we're getting so
no.
far.
Oh, good god.
I am so into this Hamilton gnome. I guess we can just, like, pick the hair as part of, like, the 1700s colonial style, like, whatever we want.
Alexander Nomilton.
God.
Let's see. We were told a ponytail. No,
So
ponytail.
Alexander Nomilton.
Yes. Should that be his name?
I don't know. We're still making this guy or person. Excuse me.
Okay. Lastly is going to be his personality. His or her, non-binary, their personality. I'm reading a list, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. If you were a kobold, what kind of clothes would you wear?
Probably just a shirt.
Giant sea devil shirt. Got it.
Yes.
It's like I know you.
Right?
I love that anytime I've drawn a version of you, you're just wearing the sea devil shirt.
That's pretty much what I live in nowadays.
It's your little home. You just turtle into it at the end of the day.
Sassy as fuck.
Oh my god, it's T the Wise. It's T the Wise! We just made T the Wise!
That's it. Sass Master.
Oh my god, it's literally T the Wise. I can't.
You draw it, I'll line it, we'll both color it.
Okay. There is a Linbold right there.
Yes, my plan
Adorable.
came true. Jesus.
Jeez, I swear to god, Jesus planned this. That motherfucker. There. It's a kobold Lin.
Adorable.
I look fantastic.
You're in your natural state. Alright, so let's draw this,
Proud of myself.
What?
I'm proud of
Of
myself.
course you are. You're doing such an amazing job. There. Alright, now let me draw this guy. Or person, excuse me. God, I hate that that's my... Don't you hate that that's the default your brain does? That's so stupid.
Yeah. I was actually reading a thing earlier today where it was talking about, like, how the term bro should not be gender neutral.
Yeah, I mean, I try to, like... I try to play it off as gender neutral, but I know for a fact that it is a very gendered term, so I just try to, like, be as inclusive as I can with it.
Yeah.
Alright. 1700 colonial. Now I'm going to go look up... now I'm going to go look up reference, because always use reference, bros. Oh my god. I just got the best, As I go to my phone to get reference, I was just sent the best meme from a really awesome person. It's it's like a little like flap on a boat where it says "Captain's use only, lift in case of emergency," and you lift the flap, and it's two squares, and the squares say "Port" means left and "Starboard" means right. And if that's not something that you see on the Sea Devil, I don't know what is. It's like, what the fuck does starboard mean again? Oh, okay, got you. Alright, I'm gonna look up what 1700s colonial fashion looks like, even though in my head it's a very specific image, and I'm just gonna draw characters from Hamilton.
No, don't you dare.
Don't I dare. No.
No, not you. I'm talking to Cole.
Alright, so I'm gonna ask chat one question. How do you want me to dress them? Do you want, since they're non-binary, how do we want them to dress? Do we want them to dress in a more masculine fashion, or do we want them to dress in a more feminine fashion? Do we draw them in a dress? Do we draw them in a coat and trousers? What do you want? Because unfortunately, 1700s fashion is very gendered. Or do we want to do a mix of both in some way or somehow? I mean,
I think you should do, like maybe a dress, but have like the masculine like overcoat.
oh. Because I know they, like, women for their dresses have like this very specific neckline like that. So
Yeah.
Oh my God, Cole, stop yelling.
He's a little late.
And so, with a bit of a coat, I'm gonna draw them holding their lapels, or however you say it. Because that's just a very...
Lapels are the hold on.
I don't know how to say words. I just read them.
Like, this is a very bad shirt. Holy crap! Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, this thing is a lapel.
Yes, that's what I mean. Also, do we want facial hair or do we not want facial hair?
Maybe like 3 little hairs. I always like the look of like a little bit of facial hair. Yeah.
Just exactly 3 hairs.
Yes, exactly 3.
Exactly 3 hairs. We're gonna also...
Bottom femme, top mask, a coat with a dress.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna draw the cutest little skirt with that.
Military coat and a big poofy skirt.
Yes.
So yeah, what we said.
And a corset, because obviously...
You're just drawing Grace at that point. The corset. Yo, seriously though, male corsets are really cool looking.
They're very fantastic looking. This could be someone's D&D character one day.
It's almost like T-moi. Jesus.
T is a very fantastic character. Ever since I was introduced to T as a character, I've just been in love with them.
Almost.
You know, if we make this guy super buff, it could totally be the guy on the docks on the Alistair
Madam
one-shot.
Cha!
Madam Cha!
I love this gnome already. Why do gnomes
Just
always make the
super
best?
buff.
Why do gnomes always make the best characters? Oh, I might need an expandus because
Oh,
I'm
hold
running
on.
out of room.
Trust me, I've actually considered playing a gnome.
I know you have, and I think it's wonderful. Oh man, look at all that mess we made down there.
Whoopsies.
Whoops-a-daisy.
I feel like the gnome from the Alistair one-shot is related to T, the Wise.
Oh, absolutely.
They're like cousins or something.
It's very Marie Antoinette skirt happening here.
Yes.
There we go. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how heels work. Sorry.
You wouldn't see their heels. You wouldn't see their feet, because that's taboo.
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
No, my
How dare you.
Oh, the ankles. I'm so sorry. I, for one, love this character already.
Alright, you want me going?
Yeah, go in for them lines, bro.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I might want to fix the mouth for a hot second.
Scoundrel.
Yep, go for it.
Just wanted to make it like a little more.
A little more sassy.
Don't forget eyelashes. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Alright, I'm gonna color this Lindbold. What color would you want to be as a kobold?
I want to be... a burnt orange.
Oh my god. That's amazing. That's technically the color that I kind of sort of pick for Rakuto in his dragon form.
I like earthy colors. Like I've like
Like, would you say this is a
always
good color?
loved. I've always loved the color like browns.
So like this color?
Yeah, I like that.
Gnomes make the best characters because they're naturally very
Emotive?
emotional.
Emotional.
Makes for great role playing. Maybe pose the legs like Captain Morgan pose. Agree completely with Shortbeard.
Gnomes are fantastic characters. Like, anytime I run into a gnome in a campaign, I'm just, like, immediately delighted. Which is hilarious because I've never played a gnome before in my life. I've never had a desire to play a gnome, but anytime I encounter a gnome, I'm like, oh god, I love you so much.
Hey guys, take notes. More gnomes.
More gnomes!
It needs more gnomes.
Need more gnomes in campaigns.
gnomes.
Need more gnomes. Gnomes are fantastic characters.
Gotta have more cowbell.
What? More cowbell.
Yeah.
Yes. Not more gnomes. No. Not more cowbell. Oh my god.
Not more cowbell. More gnomes. You're drunk.
Shut the fuck up.
How dare you?
How dare you accuse me of something that may be true? I'm trying my best right now.
My sister's fiance is playing a gnome in her one shot currently, who is 2 feet tall, named Biddy, is a warlock and has an inferiority complex.
Oh my god!
Biddy.
Biddy!
Biddy.
I love Biddy.
I love it. I love the name.
Oh,
Biddy.
Biddy, that is so fucking precious.
DM has noted Phoebus.
Oh, excuse me?
Or no.
More no? Oh no.
Perhaps.
Listen,
More
I love playing Phoebus as a character. It's such a fun thing to do.
He's a good boy.
He's a very good boy. But I feel like it's like, you know, when I play Phoebus, it's like I have to tap into that theater kid side of myself that I've kept locked away for so long.
Welcome to the Tatterix.
Welcome to the Tatterix, right? Where you're forced to be a theater kid in real life.
Yep.
I mean, I've been there. I mean, technically I was a theater kid, but I kind of like felt like I was like half and half. Because I felt like I was just hanging out with the theater kids. I wasn't technically a theater kid. I just felt like I was outside that group. But yeah, so Phoebus kind of tapped into that theater kid that was kind of always sort of lurking there. That I just didn't want to admit was there. I love this kobold. You have assumed your true form, Lynn.
Finally.
Now you can actually physically fight Mac.
Max currently snoozing right now.
Oh, Mac's such a good boy. He's not really. He's a bastard.
He is.
He's a bastard. He knows it. I love that bastard. Mac updates always make me happy.
It's like, hey, he's still being a bastard.
He's still being a bastard. Love him.
You go, you funky little beard.
You go, you funky bastard. Alright, what colors would you like your eyes to be?
Make them my natural color, I guess. I have hazel eyes.
Hazel.
Nope,
Oh.
that's
That's
hers.
always hard to do.
Nope.
You know the secret to doing it?
What's the secret?
Hold, please.
Oh my god, tell me, please.
So, this is how I do hazel eyes on people. So, like
I always have a hard time doing hazel.
No,
Whatever.
that's cursed.
that.
What's cursed?
I attempted a goatee. It does not work.
Don't put a goatee on Cole,
I cannot
please.
do that. No.
Okay, I see the brown. Yes.
This is how I do hazel eyes.
Oh my god. You fucking genius.
I know. But I don't do pupils, but obviously, like, put people in there or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's how I do them. Zoop.
Zoop. Here. There we go. I just gotta do the Sea Devils. I just love how you naturally live in a Sea Devil shirt.
That's all I live in, let's be honest. I live right next to a church, so I particularly like wearing my Sea Devils, but my best white shirt
That's
while
fair.
walking my dog early in the morning and like waving at the hi, and then I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah, whoopsies. Whoopsies, I'm a heathen.
That doesn't take much to be heathen, to be honest, so.
No, it really doesn't. There we go. Funky little kobold. Should probably, like, add a little more. Okay.
There. Nope.
They look so beautiful. I, for one, I'm absolutely thrilled that we managed to capture you in kobold form.
Thank you.
And I know at one point it was requested that I have to be drawn as a dragonborn.
I'm almost done with our gnome friend.
Okay. Which I feel like if I was gonna draw myself as a dragonborn next to you, it would just be...
Foot.
foot.
Can we talk about how great this character is real
This
quick?
is such a fantastic character, and I'm so proud of everybody for building this character. This should definitely be an NPC or something in a game that just shows up and just like, yes.
I'm trying to shade.
Oh, you're doing so good. I like the highlight on the horn.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I feel like this is like either a cousin of T the Wise or like a sibling or something. Like, I don't know if T the Wise has siblings, but like I feel like they're related to T the Wise. And I feel like this is a character that most undoubtedly... I don't want to say they'd be a background character, because they're too fabulous to be a background character. But they should definitely be a
Oh no!
Oh no?
I did this on the color layer.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Lynn.
I'm sorry!
Layer check, bro. We need... you know what we need? You know what we need for our...
We need a layer check thing.
We need a layer check point redemption. That's what we need, so people can fucking remind us to layer check.
Please.
Oh my god.
We need that.
Oh my god, Lynn.
What?
Nothing.
I could just make a new layer. It's fine.
I know, it's... You're doing amazing. Don't forget their 3
Hold
hairs.
I know. There. Have to
Perfect.
fix their...
Better fixed.
Jupe.
Alright, what skin tone should I do for them? I will ask chat. What skin tone? What hair color? What should their primary colors be for their outfit?
Eye color.
Eye color. That's important too. I will leave that all up to you. We should totally have a layer check though for our Twitch chat.
I'm just gonna keep adding details because I have a problem.
No, it's fine. Yeah, add as many details as you want. Alright, so we have a answer for a deep olive skin tone, so let me do that.
My skin tone. Olive.
It's a deep olive, though. So I'm gonna say, like...
Because I'm Italian.
Oof. Maybe a little yellow. I might have to lighten it up a little. There we go. Nailed it. Oh.
Rose hair color.
You did the you did the 3 hairs on the color on the layer that I'm currently coloring on, just FYI.
Damn it. Okay, that's fine. Just keep going. I'll add the details in later.
Okay.
There. Wait.
Man, how would we explain gnomes in the Alistair world? If gnomes were gonna be a thing in the Alistair world.
I think they'd just be gnomes.
Yeah, that's
like,
fair.
Straight up.
So, alright, so lilac eye color and then rose hair, like a pink rose. I love this character.
I know, I like them a lot.
This is fantastic. Oh my god.
What color should their coat be?
Good question. I'm very delighted by this pink hair. Like, super delighted. This is like a really solid character build. I'm so proud of y'all.
Oh. I don't know.
Oh, somebody pointed out that I did not... Oh my god, voice crack, hello. I did not color your ear fin.
How dare you?
I'm so sorry. It was hiding in your hair.
I'm gonna go through and highlight for you.
Okay, thank you. I much appreciated. Alright, so let me do lilac eyes. Okay. Primary clothes color are green. Is it any kind of green? Or, oh my god. God damn!
What?
What?
My voice keeps cracking. I'm slowly suffering.
Oh, you're fine.
Are you sure?
You're fine.
Are you sure?
Voice cracks happen.
I'm so sorry that I keep going over your details. And that you're gonna have to redraw them.
I didn't like the seams of the coat anyway, so that's fine.
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 Whatever. I think this character should only speak in Heather's references.
Greetings and salutations.
God, you look like hell.
They should certainly have an open door policy for assholes.
You look like hell. Thanks,
Let
I just got back.
Let me repeat myself, pulls out a gun.
So an artificer, got it. Love it.
I prefer, I'm a no build up kind of guy.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think of more Heather references that I
Heather's is so good.
It is so good.
So fucking good. Yes, I agree on Kelly Green as a primary color for the wardrobe. I'd like to go over it in a hot second. What should we name them? We should give chat the power to name them, because they created them.
Always coming up with the top tier characters for us.
Oh, yeah, they come up with such good characters.
Fuck me with a chainsaw. What am I, Mother Teresa?
Oh my god!
That quote.
I love Heather's. I'm so glad that I was able to introduce that movie to you, Tab.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that you've never seen it.
No, I had never seen it. That's the
Like,
one 80s movie I had never
the one
seen.
80s movie that you have never seen, and it's Heather's. That's hilarious to me. But now you've
Heather's
seen
was
it.
good.
It's so good.
The musical is fantastic.
I'm sorry, Lynn. I
Doing
know
such
you're
a
doing
good
that
job at it.
shading, but I'm going to be coloring in with a new color.
Why?
Because I realized that the coat should have been more of a Kelly green. There you go.
Thanks.
The chat consensus is yes, Heather's is fucking great. Love Heather's.
I never laughed so hard at a movie. I'm like, what the
I
hell
know.
is this? I love this.
It was so much fun introducing Tabitha to Heather's and just watching her reaction to it the whole time. And she's like, is this really happening? And I just went, yes, it is.
Jeremiah just said, I mean the one y'all said, Alexandre Nomington.
Alexandre Nomington. Yes. Okay. Alexandra Nomington. I feel like we can't... If we were going to put it in a webcomic, though, we'll need a different name. But yes, I agree.
The Heathers movie and Interview with the Vampire were both movies where I was like, what? And also, this is hilarious.
I've never seen
Interview with the Vampire?
Never seen an Interview with the Vampire, neither has Tab.
Okay, we need to watch party it,
Oh, no.
please. I beg you. I beg.
Is this the
Vic,
one?
I am begging you.
Okay, so this is your one movie we're gonna beg me. Okay, got you.
Like, you will absolutely love every minute of it.
Oh, god damn it. You're probably
We
right.
have the we share the brain cell,
We do.
and I will tell you right now, you will not regret it.
That's fair. I have sent you many characters where I was like, we share a brain cell. I know you'll like this character.
Yes. It's basically a dark comedy about
Sign me the fuck
vampires. It's about vampires, like really pretty boy
up. I
vampires.
mean, if I love Heather's, I'm gonna love this. Yes.
So it's not like outright a comedy, but you'll laugh at it because you're just like, what the hell?
Oh, good. I love those movies.
I laughed at it.
Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
1994.
Together,
This is
and,
when
like-
Brad Pitt got his start in film early.
Oh, I love watching actors in their early gigs. That's always fun.
So basically, both of them
Slater
are.
and Antonio Banderas.
Christian Slater's in
Yeah.
this movie?
Of course, he's in a lot of early '90s movies.
Lane, you should have sold me on that to begin with.
So basically, it's Brad Pitt and frick name. But anyway, they're vampires and they're trying to like navigate, and it's
Yes.
set back in like olden times and lots of just great things happening.
Oh god, Kristen Dunst is in this too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's a baby in this.
She's a kid. She's a kid in this movie.
Okay.
And basically, like her whole thing is like she gets turned into a vampire as a child, and the two vampire dudes are like, we're her dads now.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's great.
I'm just seeing on chat that we should watch Party Interview with the Vampire.
It's so good.
So watch party on the Alistair Discord for Interview with the Vampire. Yes.
I'll send you like the $5 so you can it on.
Oh, absolutely.
Because my internet can't handle it.
I know. I remember we watched a movie once and it was just a nightmare on your internet.
On my end, yes, it was.
Oh my god. Kelpip Rosatina. Name of the gnome. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do with this gnome. I'm gonna take every name that you're throwing at me and that's their name. They keep adding names. I feel like that's a good character trait.
They're just so good they can't handle just one name. I go by many names.
It's a very Octavia way to handle things. This is my name now because I feel like you need to have many names to be fancy. Which I think is a very fantastic thing to do. Oh, I don't have as many names as everyone else? Well, I'm going to have the most names out of everyone in this room. Fuck you. Oh, Queen of the Damned. Is that the one you're thinking of, Shane, with the sequel to Interview with the Vampire? Because I've seen that one. Queen of the Damned.
I've seen it too.
Oof. That's a trip.
Unpopular opinion, I did not like Queen of the Damned.
I liked it visually. I did not like it story-wise.
Story-wise, it kind of put me to sleep a little bit.
I actually fell asleep watching that movie.
I think we both did.
Oh my god!
It was at a
That's right. We were at a sleepover together.
Sleepover when we watched it.
That's just how. Tabitha and I were at a sleepover at a friend's house, at a mutual friend's house, a mutual former friend's house, I should say.
Yeah.
And we, for some reason, the consensus was, let's watch Queen of the Damned, and we sat and we watched it. And I think it was just at that point, I was just like, because it was a sleepover, so my social battery was already drained, so I couldn't enjoy the movie as much as I probably should have. I loved watching it visually, but I couldn't connect with the story, and there was like a point where I just fell asleep completely. And then I woke up halfway through the movie.
I fall asleep every single time I watch Edward Scissorhands. Every single time.
Oh my god, I think I fell asleep watching that one too.
We never watched Edward
Like-
Scissorhands.
No, I did watch Edward Scissorhands at some point, but I did fall asleep watching it. But I also fell asleep watching Sweeney Todd at that same sleepover. I fell asleep at the midway point when he was killing people, and he was like in his throes of killing a lot of people, and I woke up again when he was accusing Mrs. Lovett of something, and I was like, oh fuck, what did I miss?
And I was like, you missed a lot.
I missed so much. I was like, okay, he's killing people, that's gonna be a thing for a while, and I just fell asleep. And then I woke up when it was like them in the boiler room or whatever, and he was about to shove her into the fire, and I was like, what the fuck did I miss?
You missed a lot.
Oh my god, I missed so much.
One of the things
To this day, I've never seen Sweeney Todd all the way through.
And my thing is, I knew it was going to happen because, one, I love the original screenplay.
Well, of course.
Never forget, guys, the original play, Angela Lansbury was Mrs. Lovett.
Oh, Angela Lansbury. I love her. Man, whenever the Backstreet Boys reunion tour finishes, and if there's ever a stage rendition of Sweeney Todd again, I think we should go see it. I think we should sit in the splash zone.
Oh god.
I love that Sweeney Todd plays have a splash zone. That's so great.
My husband tried to get me to watch Life Aquatics 2 or 3 times now. I just fall asleep.
I have never seen Life Aquatic, ever.
That's also isn't it a Wes Anderson movie?
Is it a Western? I don't know. I've never seen it.
It may be.
Never seen it.
Sometimes my thing is that
I still need to see Isle of Dogs.
it's his art style and stuff is interesting. I have a hard time sitting and watching his movies, though.
I still need to see Isle of Dogs.
Isle of Dogs is supposed to be good.
Isle Dogs was good.
Yeah, I need to watch that one. I feel compelled to because one of the main dogs looks like my dog, so I need to see it.
My other thing is just the fact that I tried watching Fantastic Mr. Fox and
No, you didn't get into it?
I couldn't get into it.
Real shit, I feel like
I watched it. I don't remember it.
I feel like Lynn and I are the embodiment of that one gif that circulates from that movie, where it's like, you have the fox that like just kind of like holds up a fist in solidarity, and then there's like a wolf like 1,000 feet in the distance that does the same thing, and I was like, I feel like that's Lynn and I, from like 2,000 miles away. She's like, yeah,
God.
Yeah.
that's us. All right,
I'm now just gonna send you a whole bunch of Interview with the Vampire gifts.
Thank you for sending me that.
Not even. Hold on.
Jeremiah says that he'll be the first person to start a pit at the Backstreet Boys reunion concert. Jeremiah, I feel like I can't... Physically, at the moment, I don't think I can handle being in a pit with you. But if I get enough gains, maybe I will one day. I feel like I'm just gonna get, like, thrown to the ground, and then I'll just have to lay there and just let everything happen.
What was that?
Oh, God. I miss concerts. Out of, like, the 3 concerts that I've been to,
Right.
I kind of miss them.
Yeah.
I miss the concept of them. Although I've seen, like, the new renditions of concerts that they're doing, and I'm kind of for it.
How do they have them?
They have people kind of sectioned off in, like, little, like, lawn chair sections where they're all sitting in their own, like, little pocket space, and they're, like, 6 feet apart each. But you actually get to sit down, which I think is fucking fantastic. Why the fuck haven't we done that to begin with concerts? Why am I always standing?
Hey, the only one we really stood at was the Marina concert.
Yeah, that's fair. At the Marine and the Diamonds concert, we were just in standing room, as I'm receiving nothing but Lestat gifts.
I'm not sorry. He's so pretty.
There's some Grayson energy
got-
happening there.
I was literally just about to say, I'm like, there's some mad Grayson energy happening right here.
Grayson's supposed to be a vampire at some point.
He was not. He was supposed to be a bard.
Makes sense.
That's also fair. Reading chat. Just match the calves, bro. Bro, I think I'm getting there in calves. I mean, I'm nowhere near yours, but I think I'm getting some calf muscle. Let's see. I hate when you get seats, but people in front of you stand, so now you just have to stand. Yes, absolutely. It's the that's a goddamn crime, honestly. That's where you take a page out of Lynn's book and you just kneecap them.
Yes.
Just a swift kick to the back of their knee and they go down instantly. At least that's usually how I can go down easily. I think somebody did that to me once. They were walking behind me and they just kicked me in the back of the knee and I just like buckled and I fell. So there's my weakness out in the universe. Just hit me in the back of the knee and I will fall like a goddamn sack of flour. Yeah, so we built this OC.
I love him.
Love him. Are there any final points we want to touch on?
Have fun. Be kind.
Yes.
Don't take everything so serious.
Don't take everything so seriously.
Let people have fun.
Let people have fun, as long as that fun isn't hurting anyone, and if that fun isn't something that could be seen as morally and ethically wrong, hey, have fun. Just let it happen, you know? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of gray areas, there's a lot of lines and et cetera, but as long as it's harmless fun, that could not potentially turn into something dangerous that could harm someone, then hey, you know, let people have their fun. It's okay. Everybody has their own speeds. Everybody has their own preferences and tastes and etc. Be respectful of that. All that good stuff. Lynn, I'm reading quotes on this Google Doc. Do we want to talk about them?
Oh, we don't have to.
We don't have to?
No. That's fine. It's just a quote that says, like, you know, people like get through stuff. It's free therapy for, you know, people who can't afford it, basically.
Yeah.
Or
it's
they're
free.
too young,
It's cheaper than therapy. Hey.
Yeah.
It's I would say for certain that I mean, making OCs, at least in my experience doing so, I kind of like to put a little bit of myself into them, just to kind of it's kind of a way to unpackage stuff. I feel it's a cheaper way to unpackage stuff than spending a lot of money for an hour session at therapy.
Yes.
Would I say it's the perfect solution? No, of course not. Don't. If you need to see a therapist, please see a therapist. But it's certainly a good way. I feel like building an OC, me personally, this is Vic just being an over-emotional piece of shit in this moment. To me, if you're building a character, and if you're trying to, like, I guess, work on story, or if you're trying to work on whatever it is in your life, if you build a character, it's a good method of self-reflection, I feel. You can put all of your flaws and etc. into a character. Yes.
But remember that they're not real.
Yes, that is important. It's not a real thing. It's a scenario that you can safely control. But essentially it's not a real thing. I mean, in a way, it kind of makes me think of tarot cards, where it's just a game. It's just cards. You can interpret it however you wish. It's a form of self-reflection if you want it to be. It's a form of telling the future if you want it to be. But it's whatever you want it. It's essentially whatever you want it to be, but you have to remember the reality of it. That it's just cards. It's just a character. It's just fiction. And, you know, we all cope in many different ways. And you just kind of have to remember where the line is, I guess.
Yeah.
That's always important to have. And the line is that Cole should never have facial hair ever.
Fuck you.
I'm not saying Addie likes it, but...
Okay, Lynn, don't enable it.
Hey, I'm just speaking on his behalf.
Yeah, so... so as I'm reading through our last dredges of chat, because we are at that time and we need to tuck Lynn back into her little gnome hole before she goes to sleep.
It is almost 2 a.m.
It is almost 2 a.m. for you. You need to go to bed. Reading through the last bits of chat, Jeremiah is that cursed person that always stands at the concerts. How dare you, with your beautiful, mighty calves. Let's see. Ash is short, you commit a crime upon her. Gnome is amazing, great gnome. We have concerned redemption. We've redeemed the concerned points. We've redeemed righteous points. So thank you all for helping us build this gnome character.
Like the best.
It's fantastic, righteous. Yeah, so thank you all for helping us build this gnome. You embrace them in all of their glory. You did a fantastic job helping bring this character to life in all 3 of their names. If anybody... And you know what? You helped build this gnome, so I feel like you have the freedom to do what you wish with this gnome. If you want to take them and put them in your campaign, go for it. If you want to flesh them out more as a character for a story, go for it. I mean, you helped build it. This character is inherently yours in a way. Take it into your own personal bubble and take them into your own personal bubble. Do as you wish. In my opinion, I feel like that's the appropriate thing to do.
Yes, I agree.
I agree. So, and I feel like we ourselves will take this gnome and do as we wish in our own bubble and or possible future endeavors. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. They might show up somewhere. Who knows?
They might show up at some point. You did a fantastic job. This is a great fucking... I feel like this is a great character design, and this is something that should definitely be seen again in other places.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so thank you all. They're beautiful in all of their gnome glory. Alex, as we present to you, Alexander Gnomington, a.k.a. Armand, a.k.a. Philippe Frosentina. The third, I feel like, needs to be added on the end.
Esquire.
What does that even mean? I've always heard that, but I never know what that means.
I think it's... Hold on, I'll look it up for you. I think it's a lawyer thing.
Is it a lawyer thing? Oh my god, are they a lawyer?
Hold on.
If they're a lawyer, that'd be fantastic. They have a PhD, probably. Doctor.
It's a courtesy title. Oh! Esquire was usually... It was actually a title for, like, a military, like, general, like, in... like a knight's shield bearer.
Really?
Yeah, that's where it came from.
So they're a shield bearer. Interesting.
I mean, the esquire to the knight would be presenting of the causes from the vassals, a personal assistant to a council of knights to turn king
Oh my
or
god.
queen. Shield bearing, a term taken in law and arise from the period prior judicial system.
Oh my god.
And as in the U.S. officers' shields, blah, 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 blah.
We have learned something today.
Oh.
Oh my god, leggy is happening. This cat just stuck his whole leg out. Okay, I took like 5 pictures of a cat.
Esquire. I'm looking up.
Esquire. We've learned things.
Yeah. Okay. In the U.S., esquire is mostly used to denote a lawyer, and a departure from traditional is irrespective of gender, and letters a lawyer addressed by adding the suffix esquire, preceded by a comma after the lawyer's full name. Which is funny because in Bill and Ted, it's Bill S. Preston Esquire.
That's amazing.
Yep. So I'm assuming he was supposed to go to law school.
Oh my god.
They're a lawyer that can win a case in the Feywild. Says Shortbeard.
Yes, they are the only lawyer in existence in the Feywild. I'm here for it.
Alright, I want them to be a lawyer now. They're a Feywild lawyer. Please.
Perfect.
Presiding over the contracts of the Fey. The only Feywild... I feel like that would be on their bill.
Yes, absolutely.
The only Feywild billboard. Or Feywild...
Yeah, the only Feywild lawyer, because everybody else couldn't handle the weird eccentricities of the Feywild and their topsy-turvy lawmaking. So this individual managed to study it, learn it, adapt to it, and they now have their own law practice specifically for Feywild contracts.
Jesus says they have a place in my game now. Oh my god.
They are allowed. This is we said they can take whatever that anybody in chat can take whatever they want from this character. They help build it. They can do what they want with them, and therefore this character now has a place in Jesus's game.
I think it's funny that because it says right here in this definition area, like you wouldn't refer to yourself as Esquire in speech, but this person obviously does.
This person for sure does. They're like, yes, hello, I am Alexander Nomington, aka Armand, aka Philip Rosatina the Third Esquire.
I feel like you shouldn't even put the AKAs. It should just be all one gigantic name.
Yes.
They just keep tacking more names.
Alexandra Nomington Armand Philip Rosatina the Third Esquire, the only lawyer of the Feywild.
I'm at your service.
I am at your service, and I will have you know that my service is very expensive.
The pleasure is yours.
The pleasure is absolutely yours.
Oh my god.
I
love them.
I have yet to have Phoebus use that line.
The pleasure is yours?
Yes.
Oh, I had definitely had Grayson use that before.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a Grayson thing. So I'm trying to build Phoebus as his own character, but like the little like bits and pieces of Grayson shining through are always fantastic. So I feel like Phoebus would definitely say that at some point because his father has said it so many times.
Grayson holding their youngest child right after they're born. The pleasure is yours.
The pleasure is yours.
You're my child. The pleasure is yours.
You are my father. I feel like Phoebus's first words were, "You are my father. The pleasure is yours."
Oh.
And it's like, that is my son.
And he cries a little because he does. That's what he does.
Oh man, this was fun. This has been so much fun.
This was fun.
I'm so glad.
I agree.
I'm so glad that we built this character. Like, oh my god, thank you guys for building this entire OC, and I hope you guys have fun with them.
Yep. Put them in the Alistair chat. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Art reference for everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are gonna. This is a character that is free to use for everyone since you helped build them. Take him and run with them, however you wish. Yes.
Like dogs without horses.
Like dogs without horses. You are fully allowed. This is your permission here. You can take him and run with him. Do what you wish. You help build them. Then they are beautiful and fantastic, and they should be shared with the world.
I agree.
I for one, am gonna take this Lynn Bold and just share it all over the place because it's adorable.
It's cute.
That's just what Lynn naturally looks like when the day is done and she just sheds.
I peel my skin off.
Just peels your skin. Just peel your skin off.
Yes. And then I climb up on top of a rock.
Climb on top of the rock and just flick your tongue exactly 2 times.
Them.
Yep.
Anyway.
And then you lift one leg, and then you lift the other.
I lift 2 at a time, but they're opposites.
2 at a time, but they're opposites.
My right arm and left leg, and then I get too hot, and then I have to switch.
Yes. Yes,
and then,
exactly.
like, have you ever seen those videos of like the lizards with like the frill that like run across the sand?
Yes.
That's me going to the kitchen. The pierogies.
The pierogies. You're just like climbing all over the place just to climb up to the cabinets, and then just the cabinet has to be opened for you.
Lick my eyeball.
Yes. Limb.
All right. Limb.
It's time.
It's time.
It's that late. It's the hour is upon us that we're just now getting stupid. So we have to cap it here. As fun as much fun as we're having. As boisterous Bart says, good night.
Whenever the charity runs around, what is that? The one.
Which one?
That you guys did.
Oh, the Extra Life?
DMC did. Yeah, whenever we do Extra Life, we should do a long Demiplanes episode.
Oh my god, yes, we should. Absolutely. Put that in writing, because I'm not going to remember at this point. As
I'm not going to remember it either.
As Tabitha is now officially making this older Cole art her icon, you're going to be forced to witness this, and it's all cursed. As she gives me the double bird. This is my future wife, y'all. God damn.
The love. The love is palpable.
The absolute love I receive in this household.
I love you.
Do you?
I do love you.
Okay, I love you too. Okay, so we gotta end it here before we get really fucking stupid. Because we hit a threshold where we get really fucking stupid. So, thank you guys. As Jeremiah just said, a 24 hours Demiplanes and Doodle stream. I don't think we should do that ever.
That would be bonkers.
That would be absolutely bonkers, and I feel like we would just... Oh god, so stupid so fast. Oh my god, the potential... Okay, so if we were ever going to do a 24-hour Demiplanes and Doodle stream, I feel like that has to be one where we're in the room together.
Yes.
Because the shenanigans to be had would just be so stupid.
We would also need face cam.
Yes, we need face cams, because, oh dear god.
Yes, I agree to this. Or at least like a longer version.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Hours.
Yeah, we'll just like... Fuck it, we'll just rent out a hotel room and we'll just do a whole Demiplanes episode there. We're just hanging out and being stupid.
Yeah. Oh, just be miserable.
Just be miserable.
We'll be so tired.
Oh, yes,
oh dear god.
Hey, Ash likes it.
Of course, I mean, yeah. It's a very good picture. You've done a really good job. I'm really proud of how much improvement you've been having. He's very handsome. Addie thinks so. Yeah, so in the future there will probably be a there would definitely be a now we're getting really stupid. So in the future, definitely a Demiplanes episode where Lynn and I are live in the same plane of existence and doing stupid things as we try to draw and stay on topic. But until then, we gotta go to bed. We gotta tuck the Lynn back into the tuck the lizard back onto the rock.
Yes, matchbox.
Just put you in the matchbox. Roll up a pillow made of tissue, and just slowly slide it closed.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, we appreciate your company. We appreciate your input. Thank you for helping us build this wonderful character that you are completely free to use for your own whims. Do with it as you
If
will.
you do use it, tell us.
Yes, please tell us.
about it.
God, tell us everything about it. I would just want to hear everything. Yeah. Support our friends. Check out Talon and Claw to get all your dice, your wooden dice, your dice trays, your dice towers, your dice vaults, and DM screens, and etc. as they keep coming out with more amazing stuff. Check out the Alistair comic. As always, we are updating bi-weekly. We just released for the patrons on Friday, and for general public, you will see it on Monday. And
On Webtoon.
And what?
It'll be available on Webtoon.
It'll be available on Webtoon, absolutely. So yeah, thank you guys for. Thank you everyone for watching. As my my bits are dropping, so that means that. Okay, now it's back to normal. That's fine. All right, so.
Hang loose, stay righteous.
Hang loose and stay righteous. See you guys next time. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
I got kicked off last minute by my computer because it died.
I have not even ended stream. But good night.